Welcome to the bigger play where the rubber meets the road and we get straight to it. Should couples have access to each other's phone numbers? Yeah, man. Yeah, it get deep. So a lot of people might say it depends on the context. So we do topics every day on a regular and it get deep. And we have different people from different walks of life and different situations that give their opinions, their perspectives, their experiences with these topics. And it's something that's fascinating because you learn from different walks of life. It just depends on the context of the relationship. So let's talk about a few things before we tap in to this topic. Why it makes sense. Basic communication. If you're in a relationship, right, and you are committed and you having each other's phone numbers and passcodes is generally accepted, right? Just by staying in touch. You get it more transparent because of trust and, your union. For committed couples, especially those living together, married, mutual phone access, including passwords, can be seen as a level of openness, right? A lot of people go to the other aspect of it, which is the emergencies. You understand what I'm saying? So it's really something to think about in that aspect, okay? Now, I hear some noise outside. Now we look at when it may not be necessary. I feel like there are certain boundaries. Okay, let me revisit that. There are certain boundaries in relationships that exist for a reason, and a certain level of respect that exists for a reason. Now, I don't want to preface this because we did do like maybe 3 hours, so I don't want to preface this a certain way. I want you to just generally pay attention to the interaction we have in amongst different people, like I said, from different walks of life, and you take from it what you will. But it's very, very, very insightful, okay? Now, we got to get to the show. Make it make sense.
Okay, would you let me take you on a date?
Yeah, sure.
Get my number.
Where you gonna take me?
Where you want to go?
I like steakhouses.
Oh, bet, for sure. As long as you're paying, we can go wherever the fuck you want.
No.
Any steakhouse you
I'm
want.
not paying you.
Oh, you're not paying?
No.
I don't think this is going to work.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, it's giving broke. Yeah. Sorry. I only like a woman with money.
When you take a woman out and you taking her out, you offer to take her out. Why is it that she presents to you where she want to go? And if you don't want to go there, it's giving you broke. Can you make that make sense? Why is it offensive for a woman that's not into you, that isn't showing interest, when you tell her you pay on the first day? Why is that offensive? I'm just asking. Let's make it make sense. We here to have a conversation. Let's have it. You don't have no interest. You're not thinking about this man. You're not attracted to this man. Most likely, you know for a fact, it's going nowhere. But you will take this man out. Why not pay for your portion? You pay for it. He paid for his portion. You both had a good time. Or hell, because you know what it is, and you know he know what he think it is, why not you just pay for it? I am not gonna move this goalpost. I'm gonna keep this goalpost right here. Okay? It's giving broke. It's still drizzle season. All right? We getting straight to it. She said it, I did it. Moving right along.
Why do men have to initiate everything? Why is the thing for dating these days, if a man isn't doing everything, he's not interested in you? A lot of women say that you're not supposed to show your emotions or show that you like a man until he shows it first. Some people say a relationship or dating a man will only work if he's head over heels in love with you first, and then you show him love. Some people say you need to be a mean girl in order for a man to like you. Be mean to him, and then you'll get him, sis. Like, be mean. Like, men like to chase mean girls. Like, men love when you don't like them. So if you love a man, don't say it. Don't show it. Don't act like you love him. Don't show him that you love him. Don't check up on him. Don't text good morning first. Don't do any of that. You just need to be really mean and be stuck up, and then the man will love you, and then the man will fall for you. And then if you are the type of female that shows that affection and that love and that reciprocated energy, you're somehow dumb. And you're a pick-me for doing that. And oh, that's the reason why he did you wrong. Are y'all okay? Like, are y'all okay? If I like somebody, I'm gonna...
Smart and beautiful. Why do men have to initiate everything? She said it. Why is that? We fall out. I have to initiate the get back, but you miss me too. You see a gentleman? See, the days of the old is of the old. Times change. Go after what you want. Be assertive about what you want. Engage. Talk. Communicate. There's nothing wrong with you letting somebody know how you feel about them. The day is over. Because we're not dealing with traditional, don't get offended, but it's a reality. Tradition has changed. And for the most part, our counterparts is non-traditional. It's a new day. Independent. You hear it all? If you care about something, you're supposed to assert yourself. Come in with some assertion. Why the man have to always initiate? She said it, I didn't. She said that. I co-signed, and she make a lot of sense. We got to get to the core. We got to get to the core. Here go the core. So did you ever, what you mean is something? Go ahead, Tech Force, go ahead. Christina, you guys
If you
here?
say your woman intuition is so great, then why is it a lot of women that when it comes to looking for that good man, your intuition didn't kick in? You found that wrong.
Mine's
So
did,
how
though.
should it
Nah,
be?
he ain't specifying you. He just saying in general.
I'm saying in general. I'm not
Ain't
talking
you-
directly. I'm talking in
and
general.
stuff like that. Go ahead, Christina and Miss Shakira, the ladies. Go ahead, ladies.
I'm gonna say your intuition plays a part. However, you want what you want. It don't matter if your intuition gonna be like, hell no, I'm not doing it. But you want what you want. So sometimes your wants overpower and make you look over red flags, and make you look over certain things. It may make you turn that blind eye. So
But is that good? That's not good.
no, that's not good. It's not good, but it happens.
Yeah, it do. It happens.
And it happens even in a man's aspect. It happens there too, because something they'll look over everything if they see a woman with a bad body.
But
If
some
she
are,
got
not all.
not
But
all. No, not all. Just some.
Yeah,
Some
some.
will look over everything just so they can smash that one good time
That's true. That's true.
because you want what you want.
That's true. I can dig that. That could be true. I don't go through women's phones, never have. So I don't get why the women want the passcodes. I don't get it. I think it's a form of control.
Trust issue.
I don't see it being a trust issue.
It's a
And
trust
then we
issue.
get married, we trust.
I don't think it's control. I just feel like I'm just, I'm a fair person. So I just feel like I got yours, you got mine. I have
So
nothing
y'all
to
don't
hide.
have boundaries. There's no
We in a
boundaries.
relationship.
If you're in the bathroom,
Okay.
I can come in while you're using the
I'm not-
bathroom.
Yeah, you can come in there. You can do whatever you want to do.
I don't want to come in there and smell you
Oh,
using
she
the
in the
bathroom.
water.
It's the
Hey, what's up, host?
What's up,
What's
man?
up,
How you
hoes?
doing?
And
How you
what's
doing,
up,
man?
panel?
What's going
What's
on?
up,
How you
panel?
doing?
What's up?
We in here,
Yeah,
man. Chopping it
this
on
is my
up.
first time meeting y'all. I don't even know what the hell y'all talking about, but
We
y'all
talking
talking
about
about
shit.
going in the
Should your
bathroom.
lady have access to your phone password?
Oh, man, you know what? Hey, man, this the realest thing that I thought about. And this the realest thing that I ever did. I never set a password on my phone and I laid it down. And they still did what they did.
So how you
Let's
feel?
get it. Let's get it popping.
How you feel if they did have you did have a passcode and she wanted it?
Because they ain't gonna trust you as much.
So would you give yours up?
I gave my password up because I ain't got nothing to hide.
Is you married or you just
No, I ain't married.
you go
I'm
through?
just saying, like, okay, just say if I'm about to get ready and go out or something like that, and I say, baby, hold my phone. It ain't gotta be a situation like that. Baby, hold my phone.
Right? Do you go through your lady phone?
Hell no.
So why they need your passcode?
I don't know, man. You gotta tell me that.
They want control and they don't want to admit it.
Oh,
That man
oh,
just said he don't
oh,
never go through his
man.
lady phone. He ain't thinking about her
Oh,
passcode, but she want his.
oh,
Go.
I
So
ain't
See, like,
worried. I ain't worried about my passcode.
I hear you. Go
see,
ahead,
like
lady.
my wife don't like randomly ask. You know what I'm saying, for the code. It's not like that. You know what I'm
What's the
saying? Like,
purpose of her having your code and do you go through her phone?
do I go through her phone? I've been through her phone, yeah, but I don't like go through it like with an intention to try to. What's she hiding? You know what I'm
So
saying?
what you
It's like
doing?
it's more so
What you doing to your wife's phone? I never been through a woman
to
phone in my
text
life.
to text her people, the people
Right.
who I don't have their phone
See,
number. You know what I'm saying?
your relationship different. It don't sound. You sound more genuine because this a man saying that in a certain way. I'm saying, do she go through your phone much as you go through hers?
She don't really go through my phone, but I mean, she has went through my phone before. I mean, it's been like a long time ago. But the reason why she did it, it wasn't because she was, suspecting me of cheating or anything like that. It was, because she needed it at that moment. She was like, "Hey, oh, babe, what's your passcode, real quick?" You know, what I'm saying, I want to do this and that and that, and I just gave it to her.
So what type
You
of
know,
boundaries do you guys have, and what type of privacy do you have? None.
boundaries. I mean, sometimes she want to be in the bathroom by herself. You know what I'm saying, and I respect
No,
that.
let's take it away from the bathroom. What else?
Boundaries, like as far as like our relationship.
Yeah.
I know that
But your phone is one of your most prized possessions. You got information in there, bank account information, all type of different information that can be misconstrued. So that's one of your
Yeah.
prized possessions. What other type of boundaries do you have? Or you don't have any?
But see,
Uh,
I
I have
go
boundaries as
ahead,
far
go.
as like respecting my relationship, but as far as like boundaries that I
Yeah,
set that
I
my
know it.
wife
I
can't
know that.
cross,
Yeah, I can tell
you
you
know,
got that. I'm gonna give you.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
I
give you
don't know
something
if
you don't even
I
know
don't
you
know.
have in 2 seconds. Come on, Miss Truth. How you doing?
Hey,
Say it
bigger
again.
play. Can I tell you something?
Come on.
Can I tell you something? Bigger play.
Come on.
Man, can I tell you, if you go through a woman phone, it's gonna break you down.
Why you
It's
say
gonna
that?
it's gonna break you down. That as a man
Come on. Tell me
on
why you
every
say
on you know what? Hold on. Since you think I ain't a real person,
I
it's
hear you,
gonna
man.
break
What's up?
it's gonna break you down,
What's up,
man.
Cootie? Talk to us, man. Come on.
It's gonna break you down.
Tell me why.
Man, being married for 10 years and stuff like that and all that, it's gonna break you down, dog.
You don't want to tell me, Cootie. You don't want to tell. Christina, come on. Where y'all at? Y'all down there in the water. Y'all clowning.
Shit, it's gonna break you down. I would never want to go through my woman phone.
I don't go too
I would
far.
never
it's
touch my
personal.
woman phone.
baby, we not
It's
saying we
personal
going through
text
your phone,
messages and
but
stuff
Hold
like
on.
that.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
That's
Christina, and Tech Force. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tech Force, Christina. Go ahead.
now what I'm saying is it's a lot of conversation that you have that it's nobody else's business. That's your personal friend, your family member, and your woman ain't part of that conversation or your man ain't part of that conversation. So most of the time, now I can't speak for every woman, but I know most of the women that I've came across, when they go through your phone, they're looking in detail in your text messages just because they want to feel secure. Those are not their business. That's a personal conversation that you're having with somebody else that has nothing to do with her. So that's too personal. If my woman needs to get access to my phone, here you go, no problem. But for you to be able to just have access to it whenever you want to, nah, because you're gonna go through it for the wrong reasons. And you can say, "Oh, I'm not gonna do like that. I'm not that type of woman." I don't believe no woman is not like that. I've watched my mama do it, so I just don't believe that. You can say I got good intentions, but I don't think so.
Come on,
Prove me wrong.
Shit, to prove me wrong, I ain't gonna even tell you no lie.
What? Hey,
Because
I
they
say
can
this
sit
though.
up there and throw that. You in the water.
Yeah, they down there in the water, man.
In the water.
I say this though. I feel like going through phones, it comes with a certain type of insecurity. And but when you marry, though,
Exactly.
I do think it's important,
Right.
right, that we can get access to our loved ones, because if something happens to my wife, I do need to get in her phone, contact whoever I need to contact, XYZ. But
That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
need to sit up and wait till she go to bed and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go through her stuff. Like, that's insecure to me.
So you don't got
That
access
ain't
to
even
that? Hold
clear.
on, hold on, hold on. I got a question for you, brother. You don't have your wife's people's contact? I got mine. So you ain't got no mamas, no cousins, no family, no. You
Nah,
supposed to have
why?
all that.
Yeah, in her phone.
Why? Because that's your
Why?
family.
No,
What you mean?
okay,
Why?
hold on. So
That
look,
ain't your family?
hold on. What I'm asking is, look, this is what I'm asking. They can be my
Man.
family, right? Because we married. That's fine. What I'm saying is, if I didn't have their number in the beginning, why I need it now? When it's in her phone, and if I need to
Because
contact them,
that's
I
your
can contact them
family.
through her
Listen,
phone.
for that simple reason, if I need to contact anybody of my ladies, I don't have to go on her phone to contact them because we already supposed to have a report. Like, that don't make sense to me. I understand what you said, but y'all supposed to be one, right? So now
Get,
your friends is my friends, your family my family.
nah, I know it ain't.
My wife got my
That ain't how that
friends and
works.
family members. She called them and
So
text them
let me ask you this.
happy
So all
Father's
your
Day and all that.
homeboys, hold
But
on. So
see,
all your homeboys got your
everybody
wife number.
don't think like that though.
Hold on,
Hold
hold
on.
on.
Let's it's a good conversation.
Go
Let's
So
ahead.
have
all
my
so all
husband to
your
have all
brothers,
my family numbers.
all your
We
male
want to
cousins,
ask
your
you why
male
not, Miss
friends,
Shakira, in a minute. Go ahead, Truth.
all your male friends, your male partners, your male cousins, all of them got your wife number.
Anybody that's close to me, yeah,
Hold
she
on,
do.
all
And
of them got
she'll
your wife
send
number.
them happy Father's Day. Yeah, they got my wife number.
Nah, your wife too friendly,
The
G. I can't
host,
do it. I'm sorry.
well,
We build some
again,
trust.
I'm around people that I trust. The host, me
That's
and the
fine.
host been going back for over
They got
40
something for you to
years, and
trust after a
he
while.
got
Don't worry about
access
it.
to it.
Like this weed.
I
Yeah,
just
you
don't want you
think
to be
so?
disappointed.
Got that P in me, homie. Sorry.
You got it, Bucko. I don't.
Go ahead,
We
Miss
ain't riding like
Shakira.
that.
Go ahead, Miss Shakira.
We ain't never that close.
So my husband don't have all my family's number, just like I don't have all his family's number. I have the main people, like his dad, his sisters, but and maybe one of his cousins. But that was built on a relationship that me and her built. He has like my main family information, but other than that, if I need something from, I ask him for it, or if I go on his phone, like, hey, I'm pulling out such and such number. But we don't have our access to each other family like that. And even if you do, there's nothing
Exactly.
wrong with it.
There's
Even if
nothing
you
wrong with
do,
it.
yeah,
Like,
there's nothing
yeah,
wrong with it. We just don't. That's nothing that we really ever like. If an emergency really happened, our kids is our contact. Our kids gonna let both sides know.
So you
Well, I just want to be 100. Like, there's no way I go to Dominican Republic, I go to Italy, I go to Canada. If I need to contact somebody, it's going to be the person I am. That's my person. So, like, they're with my family. They're the godparents to my niece. You know what I'm saying? Just because we're not married or we're not together doesn't change the fact they've been around for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. This is familia. You're not breaking that bond.
Exactly.
This
But
is
Exactly.
but
this is what
again,
when my niece says I want to speak to my Tio, she wants to speak to her Tio. I'm not about to say, oh, we had a discussion, a bad disagreement. No, this is familia. So you need to be careful when you open your legs, keep a nickel between your knees if you're not ready to have familia. And that's a
what?
difference.
Miss Catherine said
I
I got
was
all
raised
my husband
very
family.
differently. I have 6 brothers and my uncles, they take care of everybody they've ever been with. But guess what? The people they've been with are people that are their life partners, their life choices.
So you married.
It's not that way.
You
Am
married?
I married?
Yeah.
I have never, my uterus has always been empty. I've never been married yet. But
Okay.
when that day happens, I'm 29
That's a
years old.
troll.
When it
That's a
happens,
troll.
I'm
No,
That's
that's
not a
not
29.
real.
When I finally meet that person, they're going to ask my Tio, they're going to ask my Papa, they're going to be respectful about it. And until then, I'm not going to date somebody that has a slew full of women, a whole cattle stable of baby mama drama.
So
Why
you
would I pick that
have
for
you ever
my
dated?
life?
Have you ever dated anyone before?
I have, and the person I dated, they had an elderly child. They were 19, and I was like, okay, they're 19, cool. But it was the mother of the child that was the problem. Oh, who is she? La la la. It was a big deal, and it made me not want to be around. And that's why I was like, you know what? This is why I don't date men that have children,
Did you
because
have
I don't need
access?
your drama.
Did you have access to his passcode on his phone?
I had access to everything.
So you
I
don't.
booked. I sent his ex-wife her gifts. I bought her gifts. I sent her on her vacations. I
Type of
planned her
pussy.
life.
You a different type of woman than
I
me.
ain't never heard nothing
I ain't
like
never
that.
heard that one in
Well,
my
well,
entire
well.
life.
I ain't never heard
Got that
nothing
What
like
access
do
to
that.
we
that
have
phone,
here?
dog, man.
Wait a minute.
What do we have here?
Wait a
I
second.
ain't
Where you
never
from
heard
again?
nothing like that before in my
Lord,
life.
Where you
it's
from?
getting rough already. It's rough.
Where she
Miss
from?
Catherine, Miss
Stay for the
Catherine,
Virgin Islands. I'm Cuban. I'm a Dominicana,
The hot one.
Italiano
That's
from
it.
Dominican Virgin Islands,
No,
and
stay
I
in the
You gotta stay
promise you,
away
you're
from
never
them.
gonna meet a better person.
I see. You believe
Miss
me? I
Catherine
know.
says she got all her husband, family members' numbers and socials, and he has all mine as well. So Miss Catherine, do he have your?
Oh, you know what? You know how good I am? You know
Now,
how
not the
good I
social.
am? Let me tell you, Papito. Let me tell you how good I am. Let me tell you how good I am. I scheduled his next girls because I was done with his shenanigans. I said, let me get you another one that's going to deal with your shenanigans because I'm not
That's
the
all we
one that's
got.
going to be
That.
able to do this.
Yeah.
Let me get you somebody that's going to be respectful. Let me train the next one.
When I was in high school.
And
Girl, you was in Dominican.
let me tell you the real deal, Holyfield. The whole thing is that when you're respectful, all the people I've ever known, my grandparents, my great aunts, they were married 65, 72 years of love. And they told me, food pups and trucks, we didn't even like each other for like a couple months. Like, I didn't even want
I
to
need
bother
Miss
them.
Catherine to come on up. Come on up, Miss Catherine. How you
You
doing,
gotta be
CP3? How
real.
you
You don't
doing?
always even like one another, let alone want to deal with somebody.
Okay,
So
food
I
truck.
come from a history of great people.
Uh-oh, hold on. We want to hear CP3. Should couples have access to you? Huh? Oh, let's get that lady a cheer.
Absolutely not.
Say
That's
it
what
again. Say it again,
That's what I'm
CB
talking
Can
free.
you
about.
can you
Here we
please
go.
explain? Can you please talk to the panel and explain to us why you feel
Let's
we
go,
should?
mamita. Absolutely not about what. You want somebody to be supportive of you when you're acting out of place,
We gotta
when you're out of pocket.
hold on, Miss Pup. We gotta let Miss She Be Free talk. Go ahead, Miss She Be Free. Go ahead. So when you say respect, what you mean as far as like boundaries and things like that? What you mean?
No, but shishi,
Hold on,
shishi, shishi.
let us speak food pup and then we'll get back to you. Wow.
Honey, that's exactly the point. The whole point that I made is that I get all the security codes, all the information. I would never violate it. I would never violate it. I would never violate it. That's why they give it to me. Yeah, it would have to be life or Smith. You know what I mean? It had to be like, I need to really get in here. I'm not going through your phone because you know what's going to happen if you go looking for something. You're going to find something you don't like. So go looking for stuff. You're going to find exactly, my love. That's what I'm
Wow.
saying. but I have all the information. I don't need to
But
go
why do you
looking
need it?
after
But why do
you.
you need it? Why do you
Because
need it?
if you're in a car accident, I need to know how to help, who to call, what the heck, la la
No,
la.
he's your husband, and the phone company is going to give you access.
Well, no, I'm talking about from my personal experience when my person was murdered and I was the last person contact and his mother was on a plane coming over from overseas and I didn't have her information to call her and tell her her son had been murdered. I had to sit there all weekend and not be able to tell her.
That's extreme.
No,
Most
that's
people not.
No,
extreme
it's
because
not extreme. That's
no. My
reality.
husband
That's
passed
Nah,
away,
real
and I was
life.
able to get in his phone because the phone company. Because guess what? We were on the same account. My name was on the account, and I could
Yeah,
get in
but
the
he was in
phone.
the military, my love. So it was
nah,
very sensitive. I
I think
couldn't
that's a
just get into
boundary.
his phone.
You're crossing a boundary. You're crossing a boundary
Yeah,
because
if
you
you're
want
looking
to
for
know.
something, you're gonna find it.
You want to
That's all
know
I'm
what's
gonna
in his
say.
phone.
Yeah, because you might misinterpret something.
You won't if you don't go in it. You don't
Yeah,
misinterpret
just
anything if you don't go in
just
it.
trust the person you're with because you love them and they respect you and you respect them. That's all you gotta know. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Absolutely, I agree.
I'm not
I don't
living my
cross
life having
boundaries
to
like
worry
that.
about what you're doing and checking on you and blah, blah, blah. That's a
go
whole
ahead, Miss
third,
I
fourth,
think
Riley.
you
I'm
fifth
are
gonna
worried
job.
about
pass
it.
the
I'm
mic.
busy.
I think you are worried about it. That's why you want that password.
That's what I'm saying. The people that need it like that, you already have conflict within yourself. That's not the issue. The password
That
is an issue. You don't have
sounds
any
like
trust.
insecurities to me. I'm just saying.
Exactly, mamita.
Uh,
Exactly. You said
okay.
it better than I could have ever said it, my love.
Okay. All right. Who agrees with this though? Who agrees?
Uh,
Who on the
everybody,
panel
100%.
every,
I
agrees?
agree.
CB
everybody,
I
free.
agree.
$95%
CB
You
of
ain't
the
free.
getting
panel
my
I agree with
agree
password.
you.
that you
Too
supposed. Go
much.
ahead, Christina. Go ahead.
I agree with you, Shibi. I'm not going through anything. But
Yeah.
in the case of an emergency, I just feel like in case I need to
Everybody
contact
keeps
somebody,
saying in case of emergency.
yeah, it shouldn't be off limits. I'm not going to the phone. I
911
don't
in
go
case of
looking.
emergency.
I ain't going to look.
Right.
Auntie, where my towel at? Oh, okay. I'm not going to look.
Mr. Ron, and Mary, Mr. Ron, can you come back? Mr. Ron don't have any
I'm here.
boundaries. Go ahead, speak to the young lady. She was asking who agrees with the passcode situation. He married though. I respect him, his position, but go ahead. And Miss
But now
Shakira.
I'll say this: as far as boundaries go, my wife don't look through text messages with me and my male cousins and other people who I have in my family who are males. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have nothing else like that. I don't really deal with the whole insecure thing like that. I mean, different strokes for different folks. But I'll say, I mean,
No, we're talking about
I'm 10
security,
years strong. You
papito.
know.
That's what I'm saying, papito. You're talking about real loyalty, commitment. You're not even thinking about this sideways, left eye, la la la. No,
That's not
this is
true.
about when you're traveling into another country, you better believe I know 3 people I'm going to tell: the embassy, my partner, and then his giddy up person. And I'm going to be honest, I know for a fact in a lot of cultures you can have a gumar, a mistress, and she's respectful
Oh nah.
and she is kind, and that's just the way it is. I come from a culture where that's acceptable. You can have multiple wives. You can have, as long as you can afford and take care of
Yeah, I
everybody
don't believe that.
respectfully,
Yeah,
polyamorous,
that's a
I have a
and
different
get
westernized
stance
way.
on
That's
that.
a
married.
westernized. Yeah, because
Hold
you
on,
from
go ahead.
America. That's a
Go ahead. Let
westernized
the
way.
fellas speak to it.
You can be married to multiple women and give them the same amount of respect. Don't say you can't, because it can
I
be
agree.
done.
I agree that it's
You
possible.
can, but at
I
the
just
same
won't do
time,
it.
it
I
just
just
don't
won't do
work
it.
out like that.
It just,
Hello,
I
in
just won't do
America,
it.
it don't. Too much
Hello everyone.
jealousy.
Hello
What do
everyone.
you mean it's too much
I don't need to
jealousy?
give my
It's
life to more
about
than one woman.
respect.
In
All right.
America, it's a lot of
Can I say
jealousy. It's
something?
too much jealousy. So we've
If
been
you respect your
brainwashed
woman, why you gotta have more than one?
because they
Can I say
always
something?
ain't on point for you.
But
And
it's
that's the
not
nature of a
about
man.
you need more than one. It's about it's a community. We're together. Okay,
A
listen to me,
community
papito.
to do
I don't
what?
wanna
Hello everyone. Can I say
I'm
something?
not trying to
Just for one
convince
minute.
you, please.
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to convince you.
Hold on, Miss
I'm
Food.
just
We
saying
gonna
I
let her
grew
know.
up with a bunch of people that have been married to multiple women for generations. Like, I have the hiccups. Pardon me.
Hold on, Miss Food Pup. We're gonna let Ahmed speak. Go ahead, Ahmed.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. First, okay. I hope you are all will be okay. First of all, I'm a married person. Second, of course, I love my wife. She loved me. I know her password. She know my password. Even me and her, we're sharing the same account, Facebook, the same account, everything. We're sharing it together because we are the same team. We are have the same goal, how to be happy and how we trust each other more and more. But if a woman don't want to give a password to another man, or the man did this thing, this is mean he's doing something wrong. And it's not about if he cheating or not, but it's something sometimes that they don't want to comment to you like, this is really, can I check her phone and this and that? Things like this happen. Man jealousy like always, woman more jealousy like always. All right, this is how I see it. An example for me, like I'm not have Facebook, but me and her, we have Facebook. How many people in there? Maybe like a 3 or 4 or 5 people. Her family, my family, no friends, no nothing. Why? Because if I have my own
So your
email,
wife lead you. You
huh?
follow your wife.
No,
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 no, no,
no,
no.
no. No, no,
We
no,
all
no,
have the
no.
same
Hold on, let him
account.
speak. He got to speak for himself, man. There's two
Yeah,
men
we
here.
have the
Yeah.
same account. Like the account I have now, my wife she can use exactly the same account one took to now.
So your
It's no
wife, your
problem.
leader.
My wife she's leader? No,
Yeah, she
she's
your
not.
leader.
No,
No, she knows her place.
she's
She is
not.
a wife.
I
First,
Hold
thought
she's
on,
he
a
was
She's
saying
my
wife.
that's my
wife.
refrigerator.
She is my wife. Okay, and
First, yeah,
the
you're the
reason
strong,
we
your
do
protector,
this,
your
you gotta,
provider.
Miss Pup, you
yes,
got to let him
exactly.
speak. I can't
The
hear him. You
reason we
gotta.
do this, the reason we do this, because I know how much she's jealous and she loves me, and I know how much I love him and jealous. If any
Put your
man add
balls
her
off.
as a friend, if any man if any man try add her as a friend or things like this is how a problem starts. Or any woman she wants me add me on Facebook or Instagram, whatever. This is how a problem starts. This is how it is. This is the small things
So
happened
you what you
to
wait?
make a
You say
problem.
what? Wait, you say? I don't understand. You say how problems go, Miss Shakira. You
All
want
right.
to speak?
If she have her email or Facebook or something, okay, I'm a jealousy man, okay.
Oh wait, hold on,
Checking.
wait, back up. You said something real fast. You said you're a jealous man.
I'm a
Mm-hmm.
jealousy man. Yeah, I'm a jealousy
Okay,
man. Yeah.
okay, all right. You can stop right there, Miss. She be free. I heard you speak.
And that's what messed up.
And
Every,
thank you, sir. And inshallah, God willing, I will always have a man that is
Inshallah.
like you,
Some interest.
jealous, that protects me, that honors me.
Mm.
I am only as strong as you, but I will always be compassionate to the man that I protect. You protect me, inshallah. I will always be here. That's the difference. These people they are wicked, but the behavior and the ideas, they don't understand loyalty. They don't understand what it is to be committed, to always give your very best, no matter what. So it seems weird to them to say, God
Jealousy
willing.
is a bad characteristic to have, even though you may
Absolutely.
deem
I
a few.
represent you, Papito, and thank
You
you.
may deem
Shukran.
a few
Shukran.
character. You may
Shukran.
deem a few things within that character to be healthy. That's a very unhealthy thing
Who
to
said that?
be
Who said
and
that?
to
Who said that?
claim. That's some
Yeah, you ain't
issues
gonna
I'm
there.
telling you
just
now.
go.
I'm telling you now.
I
For
said you
me
ain't
as
gonna
a
laugh. You just
person,
Well, go
for
ahead.
me as
Hold
a
on,
person,
one
yeah.
second,
all
Mike.
right.
Hold on, Amir. Go ahead, Miss Shakira. I didn't hear you.
Oh, thank you.
Miss Shakira, she came off her mic. I think she was trying to speak. Go ahead.
Oh no, no.
I thought you was
Okay,
trying to speak.
what
You
I'm
can
saying is,
speak.
can I speak now? Can I go back now? Can
Go
I
ahead,
speak?
bro.
All right. What I'm trying saying is, guys, I'm a jealousy man, okay, and I don't like social media at all, and I
He
don't
say
want
that with
my
his
wife to be in
chest
social
stuck
media at
out.
all.
Yeah. That's a problem.
All right, I don't like social media, and I don't like let my wife to be in social media. Why? Because it causes the problems. This is how people get broke because the social media. All right, for me, if I told her if you want social media, me and her we do the exactly example same account on Facebook. She using it the same exactly. Me using it in the same exactly. We are in one email. Why
So
we
Why
do
ain't
One
no
this?
her now? Is it true?
team.
hold on,
Team.
wait, go
Like
ahead.
We
it's
are
one
married.
team.
Yes, we are
It's
married.
not about
Hold on, man.
separation.
About to get her up out of here. She can't hold her
You
down.
on social media, but she can't. You got a page, but she can't have a page.
She have
Right.
the same bitch what I have. She have
Why?
exactly the same.
Why?
That's controlling,
We are
brother. I'm
sharing.
sorry.
We are
That's
sharing.
controlling. You have
Let's let him express himself and then
All right.
because
What
he
I'm
about to
trying saying
get
is,
cooked.
guys,
Y'all
I'm a
about to
jealousy
cook him.
person. I trust her 100%. Okay, I'm a jealousy person, and
Wait.
for
You say you
me,
trust her
you can't.
100% and
It
you
can't be
jealous.
the same.
That don't go together.
Don't
It
go
don't go
together.
no,
together,
no,
Go ahead,
brother.
it's not
You
because
gotta
that
say
is you don't
let's
gotta.
hear him out. Let's try to hear him out.
Okay, okay,
It's
okay.
stressing our
What I'm
ears
trying
out.
saying
Come
is,
on,
I'm
land.
a kind of person that like social media. Okay,
Okay.
and she
He
don't
about
like
to get
social media.
cooked.
All right, but we need.
For sure, for sure, for
I heard the
sure.
fire.
Okay, I'm
Go
sorry. I'm
ahead, brother.
sorry.
What
Go
I'm
ahead. We
trying
sorry. Go
is,
ahead, brother. We hear you. We hear you, brother.
all right. What I'm trying saying is, guys, social media. This is how to start problems between couples. Okay, she's my
True.
wife.
That's true.
She's not my girlfriend, and she's not some lady lover me. All right, we have kids together. We have to trust each other. For to make ourselves less headache. Who you have in Facebook, who I have in Facebook, we aren't sharing the same account anywhere, all right? And even the friends we invite, or even the people we like, we have like just a family. Her family, my family. That's it. No any stranger can be between us in the accounts. Okay, why? Because in the future, if she have account, maybe some random guy he like her picture or whatever it is he sent her other friends. This is how the problem start. Even if she reject him, she will say, "Ah, I will ask her how many. Why this man coming to send you friend request?" And exactly will be the same me for well. Like if I have my email and some random ladies want me uh, do friend request to me, and she will ask me, "How do you know these girls? Why they are sending you friend request?" And this is how we start the problem. This is what I'm saying is me and her we have the same email, all right. And if something happened, we know what's going on. We don't have to be worried about each other. And about password, the phones, and she know my password. I know her password because it's nothing to be scared of. If you cheating or not, it's not about controlling. We are in a team. I control things. She control things. Like example, she cannot shake hand any man when I'm there, or she cannot shake any man hand. Why? Because I'm a just. I don't want any man to see her or any man to touch her, whatever it is. This is how I am, and she respect me that. But I provide to her. I make her happy. I buy her what she want. She get what she need. She don't need to have all the social media. This is what I'm trying to say. She's
Okay.
not controlling. I'm the leader relationship, but because I don't want a headache from myself or her, we're sharing the same account. It's not a problem.
Did you practice this same behavior in your first marriage you told us about?
The first one, it exactly was the same, but
That's why he don't
after I
like number
found
one.
That's
out,
why you
That's
got
why.
divorced.
That's why
I
he don't
wasn't
like
trying to.
number two.
I wasn't trying to
uh,
go there. I was just asking
yeah,
them that. All right.
after I
Amen.
found out,
Get in.
she sent the yeah.
So
If any woman want to cheat, she have a lot of way to cheat. It's not just the email or things like this. But we do
Gotcha.
this to 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 talk contact with our families. That's it.
so let
None
me
of
ask
that.
you this
Okay.
question: Do you
Let's
not hear
let Tech
yourself?
Force Shakira and
Do
be
you
free to speak.
do, do you
Um,
hear what you're saying? Like, okay, so you don't
he
think that
cake.
what you're saying sounds like a dictatorship? It doesn't sound like a
Mm-hmm.
partnership. It sounds like you're dictating what's happening in your relationship. You're controlling,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to believe you are. Everything that I heard come out your mouth is
If I'm
control, control,
controlling, and
control.
if
I'm in
I'm
charge.
controlling,
I'm
what's
in
the
charge.
problem?
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold
but
on,
if I'm
hold on.
controlling, what's the problem?
So
I'm a
Go
man.
back.
I'm a leader.
Go ahead,
I have to
respond. Go
you're
ahead.
a
control
leader,
everything.
not a
Yes.
dictator. You're not
If
you're not the owner of your wife. You're the leader of your wife. So the way
yes,
you
I am.
sound is like I own you and I tell you what you can and can't do. No man can touch
Yes,
your hand. You
I
can't be
tell
on
her that
social media.
exactly.
You can't
Exactly,
do
this is
this.
what I
I
do.
guarantee you,
I
brother,
told her
you're
that.
going to lose. Eventually, you're going to lose. Nobody wants to
No,
be
I'm
a
not.
slave. It sounds like
No, no, no,
slavery
no,
to
I'm
me.
not.
Hold
I'm
on.
not.
You gotta
Women like
Uh,
man direct
let him
her
defend
what
his
to do.
position.
Hey, the only
Go
thing
ahead,
I want to
Amed.
say about that
Go ahead.
is that you cannot control what your wife gonna do.
Guess what? I can.
And that's why you're gonna lose him.
Yeah,
Well,
No,
no, you
I'm
okay,
not.
well,
can't. You
hold on.
can't.
No, I'm not.
To Ahmad's defense, it's a young lady in the comments that said what he's doing is safeguarding his marriage with this dictatorship or with this control.
That's not
That's
safeguarding.
not safeguarding.
That's not
No, it's
safeguarding.
because
I
your
mean,
wife's
Hold
supposed to
on,
can,
be
can,
hold
your
on,
can,
Not
hold on, hold on.
safeguarding. I ain't
Let's
gonna
let the
lie.
your
brother
wait a
wife.
second, one
Hey,
second.
I'll be with them. Hey, bigger. I will say this, man. Controlling is not safeguarding.
Your wife's supposed to be your best friend. She's supposed to be your companion, not a
Exactly.
slave.
She
The
is
moment
everything
you
in
see
my
her as an
life. She is
object,
everything.
he
the
said she
moment that you
go
see
ahead.
her as an object,
She everything in my
You
life,
can't.
bro. But if she want to dress some, all right. Sometimes she want to dress something I don't like. I said, hey, you're not going out with that dress. That's it. Simple that. And if she listen, okay. If she's not, guess what? I will treat
You're
her
not
the way
going
she
out.
treat me.
No, you
Ain't
doing
no way none of these
going.
females gonna sit up here and
Come
agree
on
with
now.
you.
Hold on. Let's let
This is
she
the
be
problem.
free talk for a minute. Go
Okay,
ahead, Miss Free.
first of all, you have on a mask. That's number one. So you have on a mask, which tells me that you don't want to be seen, and so therefore you don't want. Your wife probably got a social media on the DL. She definitely got a social media on the DL. You talking about controlling and what she can don't no other man can touch her hand, no other man can listen. All of that is going on right in front of you, right in front of you.
But I'm telling you, it
Lord.
depends about religion and culture as well. It's not about it's religion as well. Like a religion, she not allowed to touch any man
Okay,
as a
that's I
religion.
like that
Now
My
religion.
you done
religion,
threw. Now
she
you
not
done.
allowed to.
That's even
She
worse.
not
Now you done
allowed to.
threw
Yeah,
religion in it.
yes. This is our
So
religion.
religion told you
Woman
that
not
she's your
allowed.
slave. Religion told you that you
She's
have
not
to
I
my slave.
control
She
her.
knows
I
what's going
think
We
on.
it's
just were.
more.
No,
I think we
it's
getting.
about religion as well.
I think we might
Religion,
be
man and
getting.
woman never be friends. We know that
Oh, she
100%. We
definitely
know that
got
we
one,
never be
Christina.
friends.
I
No,
think
she's not.
I will.
Hey,
I'm
she free.
sorry. I will.
I
I will
got
I'm
you
not
on.
gonna.
I
I'm
got
not
you
gonna
on that
be.
one.
Well, let's ask him a question. Go ahead, Miss Free. Go. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah. Let me finish with him because first of all,
Yeah,
you yes, listen.
Jim.
You covering up,
go
which
ahead.
tells me a lot about you.
Oh,
You don't want to
shit.
be seen because you know what you're saying is foolishness. It sounds crazy. You already know
Are you
that. That's
married?
why you
Are
covered
you
up.
married?
Let me finish.
Are
Listen.
you
I let
married?
you finish.
I'm asking you something before
She
you
had.
talking
She
about
had. She.
because
Okay.
I don't like
That's.
I'm
some
married.
Now
women give me
let
advice.
her talk.
I'm
Yeah,
married.
I don't
Well,
like
let
women
her
give me
talk,
advice
brother.
and they are not married.
Let her
This is
speak
the
with you.
problem.
She's trying to have a
Okay, go
general
ahead.
conversation with you. Let her speak. Go.
I have been married.
Okay,
I've,
yes.
I'm only
Now,
I'm only
Hold up.
single because of death. I was married for over 30 years. Okay.
okay.
So let's say that. So with you, let me finish. You're covering up something which tells me you don't even like you. You're insecure. Therefore, you're insecure with your wife. That's why you're trying to control her because of your lack. You are lacking somewhere, so you have to try to control her. But the thing of it is that what you think you're controlling, you're not controlling because I can guarantee you, she is moving behind your back on the low. She is moving behind your back on the low. You can clock that. You can believe that. No woman wants to be controlled in a controlled environment the way you're talking. Now, you're saying that she can't do this, she can't do that, but you can do it all, right? You can do it all. You're on social media right now, but she can't be on social media. You're on this platform
She
right now
is.
tonight with us. Where is she at? I
She
guarantee you
is.
she
She
on the
is. She
platform
is.
somewhere.
She is.
And not only that, you're on here with us. She's probably bent over somewhere with somebody else.
Oh Lord.
Woo!
Damn.
No.
Boom!
No.
Come on, TV.
Baby,
You
she
gotta
tooted
don't
up. She tooted up
don't
somewhere.
she,
Somebody
I'm
knocking the
muting up.
boots with her
no, she
while
be
you
free.
on here
Don't do
talking
it.
about you controlling her.
Miss Free, don't
That's
do
what
it.
Let her
it
get
is.
him.
Miss Free,
Let her
Miss,
go. Let her
no, we
go.
don't do him
Listen,
like that, Miss Free.
Let
Don't
her
do
because
it.
go.
no,
It's
it's the
okay. It's
truth.
okay. It's alright.
Because
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm muting up.
Yeah.
want to cover up. You
Somebody
come
said
up
I'm
here,
muted up.
you
Who
cover
said
up your
that?
face
Run,
while
Let her
run.
go.
oh baby, she tooted up somewhere. She is tooted
Ahmed,
up with a
Ahmed, cam up
sundress
so you
on
can
with no
shut that down.
underwear, and somebody is ramming her right now while you on this platform. So now you're not
Now,
controlling anything.
now,
What you want,
Miss Free, you gotta be
yeah.
careful. You
Oh,
gotta be
okay.
careful.
I'm sorry. I don't want to
He
mess.
said,
Listen, I
he
do not
said,
want to mess up your
he
platform, baby. I
said,
do not.
not me,
It's
not
But
okay.
me.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Let
No,
her talk. Let her
he
you
talk. Let
said
her
he
talk.
a
sound
Let her
you
jealous.
talk.
He said he
sound
a jealous
foolish.
man, so you gotta be,
Can I
you
tell you
know.
something?
You're
Can I
I'm
right.
tell you
not
You're
talking
something?
no love.
absolutely right.
Can I tell you
I
something?
got you, big. I got you. I
You're
Yeah.
F1.
The way
I
you
got
absolutely
you.
talking, the way
Go
you
ahead,
talking, I know
brother. Go
why
ahead,
your
brother.
husband passed away.
with. Excuse me.
We all
The way
are.
you talking
Keep it
to
to
me,
God.
I know why your husband passed away.
Ooh. You know why my husband passed away? I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm not gonna even take offense to that
I
because
think
that's a.
another man should speak to him.
Go ahead, brother.
And I'm
Yeah,
married.
bro.
So I
You
Yeah.
will say this personally.
you go
Your
ahead.
wife Your wife, as I said before, should be your best friend. She should be your companion. You should
She is
love
my
her.
best friend. Yes,
I
I do.
understand. I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is the way you're painting that picture that you just said, it does seem controlling. And what I'm saying is you
It's not
cannot have
about
a tight
controlling
grip.
my. It's
Um,
standards. It's standards. All right. She know what I like. She know what I don't like, and she know what I am. She know that
Yeah,
man
but
before.
that's toxic, brother.
I
You
get what
you
you're
need
saying.
you need some kind of counseling. It's
What toxic
toxic,
about
man.
what?
What I know what
Guys,
you
you don't
Does she?
understand
Does
my
your
she?
culture. You
religion,
don't
but it's
understand
toxic.
religion.
Okay, let me ask this
It's about
question.
religion.
Let me
I'm
hold
married.
on real
I've been
quick.
married
Hold on real
a long
quick.
time,
Go ahead,
brother.
bro.
Real
No,
quick.
Miss Free, you good. Not no, I wasn't saying what you were saying was not out of bounds. I was saying because the brother had said something about the jealousy. I didn't want you to send him over the ledge.
Oh yeah, because I was getting ready to.
I know,
I'm
I
gonna let y'all
know,
finish. I'm gonna let the
I
men
know,
handle that.
I
I'm gonna
know,
let the men finish
I
that.
know.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just say this. Have you ever asked her how she feels about certain things?
Yes, of course I do.
Okay, does she tell you how she feels, how her day is going? Does she tell you, what's on her
100%.
mind?
I'm listening to her, and we have good conversation. We have like every 2 weeks, me and her we go on a date together, and we talk
Hold on,
about
Ahmed.
all the problems, how we feel,
Well,
what we think,
hold
what we
on,
think.
Ahmed. Hold on,
Go ahead.
Miss Free, you good? Were you
I'm
good
good.
talking to the brother?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay,
I'm
because
good.
somebody in the
Oh,
comments is
oh, I see
advocating.
what Jay White is saying, but Jay White, I'll finish him another day. I
Okay,
got
okay.
something for him
All
too.
right. So if she's a, if, that's why I hate going on a personal route. People
It's
want to
okay,
come
man.
talk
It's no
about their
beef. Don't
person.
worry, man.
And he
Every
went to
person
you
All
has
went
his
right.
to
own
your
opinion.
personal anecdotal experience, and at that point you relinquish other people to come in and just try to get you pushback on
Yeah,
your
I'm
logic.
good. I apologize. I
But no, you don't
apologize.
have to.
It's
You
okay.
good.
Man, you
Go
don't Miss
go
Free.
ahead. No, I want to give it back to Ron. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron. You and the brother was speaking. Go ahead.
No, you good. I feel like, I don't know, because the way, like I said, you said that it seemed like you're controlling her. And what I'm saying is, okay, you say you're not controlling her. So what do you allow her to do
What
that she
kind of
doesn't even have
control,
to
mate?
ask you?
It depends. It depends what kind of control. Some stuff you have to control yoga, and some stuff
So,
you not.
question.
It's okay.
Is
Yeah,
she allowed to have her own social media account?
we have together. We sharing the same things. It's not different.
So if she
We
came to you
sharing.
and said, I want my own account, how would you feel about that?
If she want for her business or for something she want for work with it, it's no problem at all.
So if she says that it's for personal use,
What if she want
if it's
personal?
Yes,
not for
for a
work,
reason. Yes, yes,
Pick me. I'm gonna
yes,
bring you up in a
yes,
minute. Pick me.
so
Go
it,
ahead.
so it has to be a good enough reason for it to be
yes,
acceptable, is what you're saying? That doesn't
yes.
seem controlling to you?
For me, this is because I'm do the same exactly what I do to my before I do something to her, I have to do it to myself as well. Like me and her now, the same account I have now. Me and her we sharing the same account. She know me and my life. She know everything
So why
Okay.
she ain't here with you now?
Put
because now we have the baby now. She make the baby sleep.
you, is wait. What time is it? Where you at?
It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
5 a.m.
Yeah.
Baby, baby sleep. Okay, we
Is a
gonna
little
take
baby. Is like 10 months.
we gonna take it off you, brother. Miss London, you just stepped in. You want to speak?
Yes, sir. How y'all doing?
Hey, London.
Hey,
Hey,
London.
Hello.
hey. I wanted to say I don't see nothing wrong with couples having each other's passwords. Only thing I see is that the husband and wife have to agree to share with each other, and that may be where the problem come in at. If they're both not comfortable, or one of them are not comfortable to give and share their passwords. Um, Me personally, I'm kind of picky about that. The only person that I've ever given my passwords to is my grandmama. And I,
So you just got on here and told a big fib.
would you, no, I'm saying I don't see nothing wrong with it, but I just don't give
You don't
my,
see nothing wrong with it, but you wouldn't do it.
no, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I said I'm kind of picky about it
Kind
because,
of picky, man. You wouldn't do it.
no, I can't necessarily say that because I don't know what
Yeah.
it's going to be like between
You
me.
said you do not want a man up under you. You said that, young lady.
But
So
that
I'll
don't
be
got nothing to
damned if
do
you
with
don't
this
give him your
right now.
password.
She had a
I
change of
don't
heart.
have nothing to do with this right now. I'm just saying that when I meet that person, we may have
I'm
that
just
trust level so tight. I may let the hubby have my passwords. I don't know. It just depends when I meet him.
You
But
want his password?
no, that's not something that I just request to be able to go through your phone and have your password. That ain't just something that I feel like I have to have. I haven't ever went through a man's phone. I asked him for his phone. But the gentleman under me, Ahmad, I wanted to ask you something.
Go ahead.
And I'm not trying to be personal, but are you from America?
No, I'm from original from Arabic country.
Okay, I was listening to you talk, and you remind me of another young lady on here that was from another country. And I was having a discussion with her about how foreigners. I understand that y'all have different cultural expectations and the way that
Yes,
y'all.
if you can afford to have 2 women, 3 women, 4 women, up to you. But first woman, she have to accept it. The second woman is not that easy.
Yes, sir. I understand that, but I'm saying I understand the differences between Americans and foreigners and how we are with men and women.
Okay,
Just listening to you talk, it reminded me of this young lady up here when she came up. She was talking about how American women don't know how to treat their men and we're horrible.
exactly,
But we weren't.
exactly. You're right.
But okay, but what she said, wait a minute, she said that, but what I was trying to tell her is over here in America, a lot of us were not raised to be our husband's inferior. We were raised to be his equal, and some of us were raised to be independent, but we weren't raised to be and act inferior to a man to where we were his slave or his servant. A lot
This
of
is the
us.
society. This is the society. Where you live, they are control you to be like that. The reason you have a child support, the reason you have all that kind of thing, because the government want money like you, and they are want to bring people from Africa, most of foreign country, to be slave in that community. It makes sense.
Well, but just over here, we weren't taught it. I understand because I hear that from a lot of foreigners, to where the women pretty much surround their life around catering to a man, being a man's slave, and the men be
Is not man
abusing
slave.
them.
We never treat him as slave. She is ever for
Doesn't mean
me,
you're a
my
slave.
wife.
But let me say this, but sometimes the men be abusive and controlling over them, which is kind of like what Miss She Be Free was saying, that woman is most likely not happy in that situation. And sometimes those women, they are very unhappy and feel miserable. But over here in America, our culture is not really like that. But I understand the difference because I understand your culture and how y'all do things. So I get it, but you just reminded me of that young lady that came up and said that. So it's just cultural differences between us.
So I have a
It's the
question for
go
What
ahead.
did you mean by that American women? American women is horrible.
It's not
What did
about her. First
because
of all, did you
because
see
you
that?
did agree
All right,
to
okay,
that. You
okay,
agreed to that. So
okay, okay.
can you explain to me that why
All
American
right.
women is
I will
horrible?
ask you. I will ask you. First of all, I'm the kind of. First of all, now how many 80% of America women the divorce. All right. This is mean
Oh
the
shit, you
woman
can pull up.
cannot cook
But haven't
control.
you? But hold
It's
on. You
out
said
control.
American women been divorced, but you sitting here on the panel being divorced too. Now go ahead working on your second wife. Now go ahead.
Guess what? Guess what? I did all right. Nobody enjoy, right? But at least I didn't cross the line. What you are do, all right? For me, like I don't know how to say. If I see something wrong, all right, that's it. I'll leave. But you manipulate the things like, oh, you know what? Because you live me, you know what I will do? I'll take you to child support, and even the man you
How is that
choosing the
crossing
wrong
the line
man's.
though? And how does that make us
Some people don't
horrible?
even do that.
But
Most of
I want to know how does that
You
make
gotta,
American women?
Most
How
of
gotta
does
let
that
them.
make
Americans that are growing
American
up.
women horrible?
You gotta
The
let
Because
them
problem is,
finish.
I will
it
tell you the
sounds like
problem.
that. And not
I will
being
tell you.
funny,
You
it
Oh,
gotta
sounds
let them
like
finish. You gotta let them finish.
I will tell you something. All right. 80%, 50% of Americans' kids that are growing without mother or father. The two household is not there. Just one single or another singles. This is like a 50 or 60% of American. This is reason most of them you fail. This is most of the reason you are singles. This is most of the reason you are convert about wigs and BBL and a lot. We don't have that kind of thing. You have so much freedom, all right? And much freedom, it make you worse and worse. This is how we see it.
Oh, it's quiet. Did he lie?
so
I'm
that
not
makes
lying.
America.
This is how I
So
No,
see
that
it.
no,
makes
no.
a
I
This is
wasn't asking you, Ahmed. I was asking the panel. Did he lie in what he just said?
So that makes
Most of them,
American women horrible because
Not
they
all of them.
want because they choose to get.
Mine ain't.
not all of them. I said
He didn't say all. He said a lot of
60%,
them.
Said a lot of them.
60%. Most of women rather to be single because they all want to be independent. Man, or most of them using uh, like against the men and women that are think they have the power. Me and you the same. Will never be the same and will never ever be the same. But now in this West, women want to compete with the men. This is the reason most of yours guys you have kids without a father away from you because he don't want you because your attitude is shit. All right,
Uh-oh.
and I'm sorry, I'm not mean it. Sorry for TikTok and this and
No.
that. All right, even that lady, she didn't ask, understand. What about why you being like this? I told her because religion, because I was a virgin. My wife, she's a virgin, and we have virgin. We not have body count. All that kind of rubbish we hear about West. All right, we don't have it in our
You
country.
virgin on
Maybe
your
we have
second
it like a
marriage.
1% or 2%. Maybe we have something like that, but not we not like you guys. You have freedom too much, and you cannot control yourself because you think you're right.
Oh, so can I ask the
Mm.
women about? Do you agree? Is Ahmed telling the truth? I'm just curious. What will the women admit that he's telling the truth? Nobody
I'm
wants
not.
to say anything.
No, I'm not going to
Ahmed is
admit
telling
to.
the truth. He's telling the truth about us. He is. He's telling the truth about us, and that's the problem. We don't want to hear it. This man from another country is telling us what he sees. The BOK men they tell us the same thing, and we don't want to hear it from anybody.
No, I'm not going to agree with that.
Oh,
I'm
then
not a well. One, I'm
Look,
not a
okay,
horrible
look,
then.
woman. So
look.
Then
let's get that
CB3,
understood.
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about every particular lady on this
I
panel.
get it.
I'm talking
I get
about
what you're
in
saying.
general, as a community, we got some issues as women. We just
Absolutely.
do.
Absolutely we do. Absolutely we do. And guess what? So does Ahmed community. So does his. He's talking about he and his wife were virgins. If you listen to him, he's contradicting his own self
He
because
is.
he says him and his
Yes,
wife was virgins. He's on his second wife. How is him and his
yes.
wife are virgins? That's
Is
number
okay.
one.
No, no, no. But I
No,
The
can
no, no,
allow
no,
to
first,
no.
have
You
he
had
was
more
your
a
than one.
chance.
celibate.
You had
I'm
your
allowed to
chance.
have more than one. I'm allowed to have more than one if it's okay with it. If the first one it didn't work, we go in the second one. But we not have a boyfriend and girlfriend like you guys. We submit.
But then you spoke on divorce, and then here you is up here on the panel, and you been divorced because you
Exactly.
did speak on divorce.
I did it
And
once
I'm
because I choose the wrong person. Because
I'm listening to you, and I'm
I'm
just calling it like
listening.
I
yeah,
see it.
the
I'm an
first
You
the
American.
spoke
I
first
haven't
on
been
divorce.
So
divorce.
divorced.
why
The
do we
first
have to
divorce.
throw the stuff back
Yeah,
on
yeah.
him instead of dealing
The
with
first
what
divorce. The
our
reason
stuff
the
is?
first. Okay,
We're
the
He
just
first
said
saying
that's
divorce
what
I
what
he's
make
choose.
it
speaking about.
horrible, and I'm just the things that he calling
Can I
out
say
is
something?
the same things that he spoke of.
All right, all right.
Yes.
The first wife I choose, first of all, she's English woman. She's not like from my culture. She was single mom, and I would try to be something different. I say, oh, maybe it's something. Maybe she will be good or something the same. But when I stay in England and I see my wife that way, I didn't like it. It's not my thing.
So at the end of the day, are we not
Culture is
getting
different.
married? Are we not getting married? Are there
What
issues
happened?
with
Did
our
somebody put him out? Christina,
Oh,
did
what
you put
happened?
him out?
Well,
Christina?
I ain't
Christina, you
Yeah,
she's
see,
the only one
the,
that can
the,
do it.
the thing is, I'm gonna just let him talk.
Because he was telling the
I'm
truth.
What
I
happened? What happened to him? Chris,
the only
I don't know.
thing
He just dropped.
And that's what I say as far as us as a BLK women. We we don't want to hear the negative. We just don't want to hear the
I don't
negative.
think we mind
And we
hearing the
can't.
negative.
Can I finish? She be free.
You sure
I will
can.
finish and
Absolutely.
land, and you go ahead. I'm saying that there's so many things that we need to work on. As I said last night, we are out of order. We're totally out of order, and because we're out of order, it's chaos. It's chaos because we won't allow the man to be the head. We won't sit back. We won't shut our mouths. We got to talk. We got to dispute. We got to
Amed,
argue.
where you at, brother? Come back. I'm trying to bring you back. Where you go?
He said, come back. Don't leave. Don't leave us. We got to do all of these
Somebody happened.
things.
It's kind of, hold on. Son. Go ahead. You
Go
got to
ahead. No, go ahead.
talk.
We
Hey,
got to
but
do all these
she
things.
be free.
Hold on, Kuda
It's
back.
5 o'clock over there, I think he said. So he might run into some
Yeah.
type of problem. I'm
We
going to
got
try
to
to
do.
bring him back. I don't know why he just dropped out like that, but it happened. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, host. We do all of these things and we don't respect our men. Even we don't respect BOK men, period. Even if it's not our man, we just don't respect the fact that a man is a man. We're in competition with them. We degrade them. When people don't agree with us, we talk bad about them. We're always argumentative. We see it all the time and we don't want to admit it. I'm just saying that we need to look at ourselves and look at what we need to do to change ourselves. And the first thing I'll hear is, what about the men? What about the men? I'm not here to talk about the men. I'm not here to talk to the men because the men will talk to the men and the men will tell the men what the men need to do. I'm just saying, as far as women, there are so many things that we need to do because we are out of order. And we're hearing people from other countries telling us we're out of order. And then we get defensive about it instead of listening. They're seeing it with eyes, they're seeing it. It's not somebody telling them, they're seeing how we act. This man is seeing how we act on these panels. He's seeing how we disrespect men. He's seeing how we talk to each other. We disrespect each other when we don't like what each other says. We'll call each other names in a heartbeat. We're just disrespectful. We act like we are so miserable. And then we want the men to then ask us to marry us. They don't want to live in misery. I land.
The only thing that gets me is when they come up and they speak harshly on the American women. Like they
Earth, we
say,
having a problem. I'm sorry. I'm having a problem getting you in. Let me try. We might have tried to bring. Christina, can you try to get her back, Earth, or Amed? Can you try to get Earth back, and then we'll bring Amed because I can't get them back. I think it's a different time where they at. Go ahead, Miss Lady London.
when they speak
Earth
on
is
that,
here.
when they
She's
say,
here.
when they
I
speak
can't.
on
She
that,
trying to get, but I'm having a problem trying to get them in. Go ahead, Miss London.
when they say that we're so horrible
Earth,
and
I'm trying to get you in. I
eat
think you got
all
some
this
type of
bad
connection issue. Give me a second.
food
We gonna get you.
like this,
I'm here.
Okay, that's what we
and they
got.
try to pass it off as is they, they hot
I'm
stuff,
here. I don't know where
and
you
they
went, but I'm gonna
know
bring you back. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm talking. I'm
they
sorry.
speak on us and they try to make it like, oh, they know how to treat a man so well, they know how to treat a woman so well, they hot stuff, and American women this, and we don't know what they doing. But those same people, if you so well, why couldn't you keep your own marriage? You having issues in your own marriage where your wife really don't want to be with you because you are extremely controlling and narcissistic, but she's there by force. I hear them, come up and say, well, American women, we eat garbage, we got nasty attitudes, we this and we that, and we don't know how to treat men and all this. But at the same time, when you come over here, you wind up getting the same treatment as a foreigner that some of these American women are getting. And you get to see for yourself why the American women act the way that they do. If you all that in the bag,
No, hold on.
why
Wait,
could you
see,
not keep your
brother,
marriage? Why
you
could you
back?
not keep your marriage if you all that?
You back, bro? Where you go?
But is anything they're saying, is any of it true, Lady London? I get what you're saying about they're not perfect. That's
I'm
great.
in. I'm gonna
But
bring you
are
up.
any of the
I'm not.
things that they're saying about
I'm
us
out.
as BOK women true?
I'm gonna bring you back, brother. What you mean? You
It may
sorry?
be true to
I know. I
some,
kind of figured you had a situation. Just, I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna bring you back, bro. Just get the baby
it may
again.
it
I'm gonna
but
bring you
he
back.
but he spoke about Americans all together. It may be true,
No, he didn't, Lady
but
London. He didn't do that. He
He
didn't
said
do that.
some.
He dropped the percentage out there to let
right.
you
But
know
but
he's
what I'm
not
saying is he
ruffling
didn't
you.
say black women. He said American. That's what I'm saying to
Okay.
separate that. He
I
was
know.
saying
I hear you,
black,
brother.
but
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead. I just want to say that if you so perfect, you should be able to have this awesome, long lasting marriage. These people are getting divorced too. They getting left with kids too. They getting beat down too. They wives running trying to get away from them too. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let somebody else speak.
We just don't want to face that it's true. That's all.
They call me, pick me.
Come on. I'm ready.
Oh, no, nothing to get ready for. I agree with you
Thank you,
on
hon.
I agree with you. We can be we can talk too much. Our mouth is big. We can do a little bit too much. I've been married for 30 years. I know what that's like. I'm a traditional woman. But what I will say, I'm like Lady of London. I'm talking about what he was saying. Not everything. We can't group us all together because not all black women, not all our culture is the same way. Every relationship is different. Every relationship is different. I don't care who it is and
Yes.
what color you are. What I'm going off of what he was saying. And what he was saying was he was contradicting himself on a lot of
Yep.
things that he was saying. We can find some women, Western women, wherever he was from, his women. Everybody is going to be off somewhere, just like black women. We get the worst of the rap as black women. We get the worst of the rap because guess what? The first thing they say is our mouth is too big. We talk too much because that's what you said when you first got on
So
here.
we're disrespectful.
No, I didn't say he was. I
No,
didn't say he was.
I said black BLK women are disrespectful. I did. I
You
said that.
you did, and that some of us are. Some of us are. But what I'm saying is the same, just like Lady of London said, in his culture, some of them are as well. So we can't keep pointing the finger. You this way, you're that way, you're this way. We were just addressing him in what he was saying tonight. Yes, we know that in our culture as black women, we got a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do.
But Miss She Be Free, you
Yes.
said that, and I totally agree. But most of the time, the women don't admit it. That's the problem. And when you go on these panels, She Be Free, and you listen to women, they get very upset when things are called out. At the end of the day, we can never be better if we're not able to hear and try to do better, right? At the end of the day, ultimately, marriage is the goal, right? You've been married a lot longer than I have, 30 years. I applaud you on that. Most
Thank
women
you.
are saying, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. They're calling men names. They're degrading them. And you've been married for 30 years, and I guarantee you don't talk to your husband like that.
Absolutely not.
I
I'm a
guarantee.
traditional woman.
I'm a traditional woman too, as well. But the women are kicking and screaming about being a traditional woman. And the men are telling them they're wanting traditional women. Instead of the women listening, the women are now calling them simps, telling them they're weak, telling them, you don't tell me what to do.
Yep.
And they don't understand about the submission and having him lead and you being that helpmate. So in our BOK community, there was a time when women did what they did and men did what they did and men were the head. We had a time where we had a very high marriage rate. Now women have their education, they're making money, and they feel they don't need men. And I've heard many women say that. But at the end of the day, it's affecting our community as a whole because kids are not being raised with a husband and a wife or even a great co-parenting relationship. We're opening our legs. We're having all babies with men that we're not even getting married to. And it's just a mess. And you have these women who are trying to be men and be masculine, and it's causing a disruption in the black community. And that's all I'm saying, She Be Free.
And I
I'm
agree
not,
with you
that's
totally.
it, huh? Thank you.
Man, I'm
I
finna
agree
bring
with
you
you,
up.
but
I'm finna
but
bring you
but
up.
they
Hold on.
call me Pig Willie.
So
We don't
I
need
can't
him.
find you,
My
brother.
thing is, I agree with you 100% on all of that because
He said
I've
he
said
couldn't come up because of the
I've
baby.
I
said it
know,
on
I
my
know,
panel
I
before.
know. I'm gonna get him.
So I have said that on my panel. Yes, women are
Thank you.
saying those
Whoever
things.
told me that.
But what we don't need him coming over here telling us that because guess what? We already know it. He needs to deal with what he's dealing with over wherever he's coming from. We already know what shape we're in. We
But we
don't
won't
need him.
admit it, She Be Free.
Oh no, some of
Forget
us do
him.
though.
Forget
Some of
him.
us do. Some
Yeah,
of
some
us
of us
do.
do, for
Some
sure.
of
Some
us
of us
do.
do. I'm not saying that.
But then
And that's
okay,
why you
so
get called names because you do.
what's the solution then? Yes, we do have that. And yes, that is a problem here. And yes, there are some women that say that because I don't like it. I don't like to hear women say they don't need a man. I don't
And
like to hear that
you
either.
hear it, don't you? You hear it
I
a
do
lot.
hear it. I do
Yes.
hear it. I hear it a lot. I hear that a lot. But then, like I asked my panel, what is the solution? Because we can talk about it for every day for the rest of our life. But what are we doing about it?
But they have to first admit that there's an issue. And a lot of the women won't be accountable for their mouths. They won't be accountable for how they're disrespectful to the men. They won't be accountable for any of that. They won't be accountable for giving smecks as if it's a smorgasbord here, 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 here.
I
They
think it's
won't be
okay.
accountable.
I think it's okay for us to listen to different people from different walks of life because everybody we are I listen I haven't been in rooms over here, but I've been in real life situations with all type of people from all across the world, and I see our people talking to. I haven't seen it all, so sometimes it's okay if we can open our ears up just to be able to have the conversation. And sometimes it just, it may be harsh. Okay, I'm not gonna go there, but uh,
Can I
we
say
gonna let
something to Miss She Be Free?
Sure.
okay at the Lady London. Okay then at the Lady London, then Miss She Be Free. When you brought her back to her and let her land. We'd like the new young lady that's in the room to come in and speak.
And then
Go ahead, Lady London.
Miss She Be Free. The only thing I wanted to say is they always talk about how black women are horrible. We have horrible attitudes. But let me tell you something. Black women are actually very loyal to their men because, and a lot of people don't talk about that. They don't talk about
Get
the
enough credit for it.
yeah,
exactly.
they thank you, Mr. Ron. They really don't. We don't bring up that part about how we're very loyal to our men. When these men are always in shambles and trouble, we're there for them. How we've been the backbone of the community. How we have been raising kids with no help, not leaving our children in the dust when the daddies went on and did what they wanted to. The
Right.
number one person that a black man is calling when he is in trouble is a black woman.
Black
It is
woman.
not a black man. When he goes to prison, who is he calling? His baby mama, his sister.
Mama.
He needs some money. Who is he calling? A black woman. They don't want to talk about the loyalty that when he has this
Nah, someone's calling my lawyer. I've been
the
in
host,
trouble.
let me finish. Let me finish,
All
host.
right, all right.
When he has this little business idea, well, when he's just starting out and he don't have the money, but the wife invests in him or the girlfriend invests in him, and she helped him get his business going and give some ideas that he wasn't smart enough to have on his own because he didn't think like that. And she helps him become that millionaire. She helps him become that thousandaire and takes off and he cheats on her with another woman from another race that never helped him do or gave him anything. We don't talk about things like that. We just say, oh, the black woman, she's horrible. She have an attitude, but a lot of black women rock with their men. Even when they don't have nothing, even when they're down in the shambles, locked up in prison, jail, we rock with them, even when they do us horrible. So we don't bring that up. We just say, oh, the black woman is bad the way they treat their men. I don't think that freedom made us bad. I think that us having freedom was actually a good thing for us because it allowed us to just get from being in shambles up under a man. A lot of our grandmothers, they couldn't get no education. They set up and got beat, raped, and was left in the house to raise several kids, and they couldn't get no bank account, couldn't get nothing. That was just slavery for a woman back then. So us having more freedom of being able to get an education actually saved us. It saved us. So that's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna
Okay.
mute.
So I'm going to say to that is women don't, black women don't get enough credit because we were the ones taking care of the children when the men left the homes. So if you want to put it back on someone, then I believe it's the man's responsibility because we had to do what we had to do. So they worried about how independent we are now, how we have a big mouth now, but we did what we had to do because we didn't have a choice. Taking care of the kids, had to go out and make a living, had to do this and had to do that to keep the house going because guess what? The men were out in the street doing what they wanted to do. So if we really want to talk about it, let's talk about it and bring it back to the man. And where are the men at in the homes? The black men, where are they at in the homes?
I got it. It's a lot of us probably. I mean, I know we're not doing anecdotal, but I'm in Chicago where you got a lot of underprivileged and underdeveloped. It's a lot of us, and we stand tall over here. It's not a game. It's
But if
serious.
you guys are the head, they call
I
me,
can't
if
go,
if
go
if the
ahead.
men are the head and they are to lead, then it starts with them. So if you are the head and it starts with you, then it is your responsibility to
You
get the
back,
house
bro?
back in order. And if the house is not in order, it's because the men are not in their place.
And she be
Hello, everyone.
I'm
I
not.
totally
Uh,
I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, when we talk about a house, right? And the house being in order, I don't have
Chicago,
a
listen.
house. I'm sorry.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
I don't have a house with you if I'm
Right.
not married to you, right?
Right.
So I'm opening my legs to you and I'm having babies with you, and you haven't even asked me to marry you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you say men about how he's not my leader. He's not my leader. He's somebody that I just possibly had a baby with. And he didn't want to marry me. He never even talked about marrying me, but I had a baby with him. So my question is, now you're wanting him to be the leader. I chose him. I allowed him in my body, and now I am with child. He doesn't want the child. So it's all on me because I chose to allow him in instead of closing my legs and waiting for me to get married and waiting for this man to propose to me before I start having babies with him. I chose that. So how do we then say to men, you're responsible for these homes because they're not getting inside of our legs
Man, we lost them again.
unless we're opening to them. And I opened it to John, and I may have opened it to Jerry, and I may have opened it to Sam. And I got 3 kids by these different men, and I'm upset with men because they're not the head of my family. So tell me, how does that work?
You don't know what's in. You don't know what's in sex tick. You don't, y'all don't understand. Y'all.
Well, I think I was trying to get the new young lady in to speak. Go ahead, young lady, because you haven't had a chance to speak.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You guys was going, you was
That's
still going back and forth. You was still going.
Who? Me? Oh, Candy. Candy,
no,
did you land?
I'm finished. I just didn't. I don't understand how we hold the men accountable for me allowing these all of these men to enter in me, impregnate me, and now I'm going to tell them they're responsible when they can't make one decision. They can't make one decision. They can't determine if I have it. They can't determine if I get rid of it. But what you going to try to do is make him now be a leader of me? Come on
Mm-hmm.
now. I made
Remember,
all of that.
Candy. Remember,
I did.
Candy. Candy, remember, my body, my choice.
Okay.
Remember, my body, my choice, right, Candy?
Go ahead, Earth. I'm done.
So, I'm gonna say the same thing. The women are out of order. The women are out of order. There's no way you coming up here and complaining about the same man that you guys are raising. It doesn't make sense. Who's raising them? And you know why? When you're raising them, you're not thinking about it in that sense, right? Because you're not going to be with your son, yeah? You're not going to be with your son. But what you're not also thinking about, you're not thinking about community. You're not thinking about family. You're not thinking that you're raising a son, poorly raised, and he's going to go out into community and he's going to find somebody's daughter, right? So you're not thinking about it on that level. And it's going to be a perpetuated cycle over and over and over. So ultimately, everything does come back to the woman. It does. You're
Yeah.
choosing who you're being with to have kids with, right? And you're choosing if the kid gets to take um a breath outside of your body, right? You're choosing all of these things. And then when the baby comes, you're choosing whether or not the father can be in his life. The father was not a bad person before, but as soon as the baby come, relationship is not working out, he don't no longer want to be a part of your life. In that way, all of a sudden he's the bad person now. He's this horrible being that he was never before, that you never seen it before. He's this horrible person that he can't even be in his kid's life. So now you're gonna drag him through the system. You're gonna keep the kid from him. You rather raise a freaking ballerina in a freaking tutu than to have him have his father in his life, because you know why? That's my king. That's my baby. I can raise a
Yes.
boy. I can raise a man. This level of nonsense.
Okay.
Then if somebody say anything, and because I have an accent, I'm ready for all the pushback. Um, don't come over here and tell us nothing about us. Don't say nothing. We are this and we're that and we're loyal and we're no. You're loyal to your own cause. You're loyal to nothing else outside of your own cause, and you are also a detriment to your own self. Because you're vulgar, you don't know how to shut up. You think if a man is expressing any level of authority, okay, he's controlling and he's a problem. You don't have any respect for man overall because you think that you are a man, because a lot of you guys was raised with only women. So if a man is saying something to you, he's automatically a problem because you have a shiro freaking problem. Okay? If you hear somebody say something about one woman, you feel the need to defend the woman because somewhat within yourself it resonate with you. We have a lot of issues at play here. And before anybody come up here and feel to ask a God-given question, I live in America. I'm a US citizen. I pay my taxes in America, so don't say shit to me. Okay? Don't say nothing to me. My money goes back into this economy here in the States. Okay? So don't say nothing to me.
No. No.
It's like the women are out of order. Until we get back the woman in order, nothing is gonna ever be how it's supposed to be. We're so out of order, we're going against nature. And that's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, Earth Goddess, you done before I
Y-
speak?
yes,
Okay. Okay, I want to go back
ma'am.
to I'm sorry, I'm really confused because I don't know where that went because I was going off of what they call me pick. Let me go back to that when you
Mm-hmm.
said about the men that we are out of order because if I'm not mistaken, you were saying the men are the head. So I want to go back to that. If the men are the head, then how are the women out of order? That's number one. And Goddess, I'm really confused by what you were saying, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to address anything that you said because I'm really confused because it was so many different things. So I'm really
Mm-hmm.
not sure about you, but I want to go back to the man being the head. So how is it the woman's responsibility or the woman's problem if you came in and you said the men are the head and we are supposed to be followers of them and they are the head and they are leading us, then where are they? If they are supposed to be leading us, then how did it become the woman's issue?
So she be free.
Do you
Your
want me to answer that?
oh,
Wait, I'm
go ahead.
sorry.
No. I'm speaking to they call me pick.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
she be free. You are married to your husband, and your husband is the head of you, correct?
Absolutely.
And I am married, and my husband is the head of me.
I'm
I
no
don't
longer
know.
married though. My husband passed away, but
Oh,
yes,
I'm sorry. I'm so
that's okay.
sorry. But Ron is not the head of me.
Correct.
So I'm having smacks with men who aren't the head of me. So how do I then expect them to lead me? They've not, I've not vetted them. They've not told me that they want to marry me, that they're choosing me. So then how do I just say you're my head because we're smexing and I get pregnant?
I get what you're saying, and we're talking in general. But what I'm talking about, men as a whole, as the head of the families, the husbands. Let's just take it back a little bit because we can't get where we are today if we don't go back a little bit. I'm talking about men in general, men as the head, because I'm kind of using your term that you use. If men are the head, then that means it starts with them, right? It starts with the man, any husband, your husband, my husband, any man, run as a man. It starts with them. So my thing is, yes, women do get pregnant out of wedlock. Women do open up their legs to these men, but the man is coming to this woman for that. So if it starts and the man is the head, then it has to go back to the men. The men are the ones that have, yeah,
So
whatever reason.
every man that you
No, I
deal with is ahead
disagree.
of you. Every man that you deal with is ahead of you. Is that what you're saying? She
No,
be
no, no.
free.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Saying the
my
men
husband
in
was.
general are
I'm saying men.
supposed to be the head. The men in
Right.
general are supposed to be the leaders of the women. That's what she's saying.
That's
But
what I'm
how are they
saying.
gonna be? But how are they gonna be? If you have all type of argumentative and combativeness and then so many other things at play, it's going to be when you as a woman want to be a freaking man yourself. You don't even know how to fall back in your role as in your femininity and let the
Unpopular.
man be the how is that going to be?
Well,
I have
I'm
an
gonna
And,
say
unpopular
this.
opinion.
and again, who
Okay.
is raising these men? Because a lot of men don't even have fathers within their lives or in their home. So who's raising the man?
And
But why?
every
But why
man
y'all
she
blaming
be
the
You
women
free.
for
guys are
that?
complaining. You guys are complaining about men that you're raised in.
Because
The hell?
I'm choosing someone who is not a leader. At
Okay.
Right.
the
And
end
you're
of the
choosing to
day,
carry before marry.
yes, I'm
Hell?
having smacks with men that are
Okay.
not even leaders. You don't even want to be my leader. You
That
just
man
want to have
hasn't made no commitment to you. None. He has made no commitment to you.
Okay, but
You're
let me
carrying
say,
before marrying.
when you
Stop
Can we
doing
hear from
that.
when,
Ron? Can we hear
when
from Ron from
Yeah,
the man?
sure, she be free. I'm
I have
sorry.
an
Can we hear from Ron?
unpopular. I have an unpopular opinion. I'll just say that if God is in the center of your life as an individual, you I feel like selecting a partner will be better. That way, I honestly feel like you should wait until marriage to even have smecks in the first place.
Hmm.
Um, I I do feel like you know just put God in the center of your life. I mean, I'm going 10 years strong because I center God in my
Go
life
ahead,
and
young
my
brother. Give that young
marriage.
brother some respect. Put some respect
You
on
know,
his name. Go ahead,
we
brother.
got
I'm
three
sorry.
kids. We
Ron,
got
that's
three kids. We've
respect.
been married for 10 years. You know what I'm
Ron,
saying? And it didn't. All it took was me to center God in my life, and she played her role. I played my role, whatever you may call it. You know what I'm saying? And it works for us. I have respect and honor for my wife, and she respects and honors me when she leaves the household. So
And we need more men like that. And we need more men like that.
I'm the small
Well,
percentage.
I was going
Very
back to
minute percentage.
before the I was going back to I was commenting to what Ahmed was saying. I was in general. I was commenting to what he said because he was contradicting himself, and
Mm-hmm.
I was just bringing up the contradictions. So I wasn't. So it wasn't necessarily me throwing it up in his face. I was just saying that you were saying the same. He was just saying the same thing, and he's going through the same thing. Don't speak on how we over here in America are getting divorced when you just
I,
went through a divorce.
I think he just a lot of people misunderstand him based on his accent. And he try to get a lot out, but we don't want to center him because he's not here to really speak
Thank
for
you.
himself. So when
Thank
he
you.
come back, he
Thank
come
you.
here
No,
and
no, no. I
talk to us.
was
So
just
we'll be
saying
able to
that so
deal with him
I
when he
didn't want
come back.
nobody to think, you know,
No, I
that
got you. I got you.
I was being combative
No, you
and
cool.
or anything. I was just stating I was going back and forth with him based off what he said.
And so
Miss
we did.
Shakira,
That's all
I
right.
had the same question because I be trying to figure out the same thing when they say stuff like that. You couldn't keep your marriage. Your
When he
marriage
come
did
back,
not last. And
when
then
he come, when he come back tomorrow, we'll, if you guys want to have that conversation, then you be able to have it with him. When
Oh, now hopefully we ain't having this conversation again. Hopefully we can stick to the dang on
gotta have
topic.
real. I don't
Yeah.
want to. It's okay for us to come in here and build. I don't want to come by y'all wrong. I don't want to run where we got to be disrespectful neither. But we can engage, and it can go a certain place. We get certain pushback, so we can build and we can grow. Go ahead. How you doing, Miss Anjanita? For you?
Cause you know I come in here. I'm in here every night
Mm-hmm.
before I go to bed. Every night.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Thriving.
Yeah, you can go.
All right. The big play, I'm gonna go ahead and drop. Thank you so much for having me on the panel tonight. Of course, you know I'll be back always.
Hey, you can't stay with us till 5 in the morning.
Excuse me. No,
I'm
no,
just messing with you. I
absolutely.
appreciate you being here, Queen.
Absolutely not. I'm going to
Okay.
bed. All
I'll
right, y'all
see
have
you.
a good
it
I'll
was
see
night.
you on the
good
next one.
talking to you, Miss She Be Free.
You
I
as
followed
well, Lady
you.
London. You as well.
And I jumped in your
They call
live
me
too
Pygmy
earlier.
B,
I missed
speaking
your
with you as
live. I
well.
tried to jump in there on you.
Free. Enjoy your night.
Yes, you as well, everyone.
Ben, can you drop me down as well? You know, it's about that time. You know,
Okay. Okay.
Y'all have a good one.
All right.
good night, good night, everyone.
All right.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Just got a question, right? Hopefully I get an answer. Why is it that anytime you guys hear anyone speaking on anything that is in opposition to what you guys want to hear, your level of comfortability, right? Instead of listening to the message and saying, well, damn, is there some truth to this? Is this true or can this be true? Automatically you go to, why they speaking on us? Why they this? Why they that? Like as if anything that anyone is saying is so foreign, like it's not true. If you have eyes to see and you can read stats and you've ever been to America, even if you don't live in America, you can see so many things. And it's a culture shock if you don't live here and you come here and you see certain things. They're like, damn, I was just in the grocery and the way I heard that woman speaking, man, this is like why you guys want to act like these are not real things? It's like a person saying, "Oh, I went to America and just walking around in a tourist area and I saw so many big fat women." Is that a lie? But if somebody say that, Oh my God, you guys are up in arms. Don't speak about us. Don't speak about us having bad food and our food is so not healthy. Go back to your country. Blah, 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 blah. Is it a lie though? Is it a lie?
You sound so disgruntled though, and help me understand that.
Thank you.
She just
Asking a question. I'm sorry. I'm
she just
sorry.
assertive,
Pastor,
Miss
how do you want
Pastor.
my tone to be? How would you like my tone to be so I can sound more pleasing to
I don't
you?
care about your tone because I like you and I follow you, Earth
Thank
God.
you. But
But
I'm just saying, I'm not
right,
disgruntled. I may be a little bit passionate because I go through this
no, no,
time and
no. But
time
you
again.
sound, okay, but for on this side of everything, you, okay. I want okay with what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And good morning, good afternoon. This is Angela. With what you're saying, give me some resolve about what you're saying. That's what I want to hear. I hear your
Resolve.
passion.
Resolve.
Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, to anything, for any problem to be resolved, you must first identify the problem, acknowledge it, and then take a course of action. We cannot
Talk
do
to
that.
us.
We can't do that if there's no level of accountability, ma'am. There's no level of accountability. You can't even hold people
Okay, so
accountable
tell you where we start with that. Let me tell
for
you where
their.
we start with
You can't.
accountability. Yeah, we can. And where we started is with us. First, looking at, you want me to sing the song? I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Don't stop looking
Why
for
would you
somebody
do
else to
Michael
do it.
Jackson like that? Nah, let
Sure.
me stop.
Okay? Oh, but I can sing. I'm just messing with you
I'm
right now.
messing
Don't make
with
me
you.
go there. Okay, because I can get it. I'm a singing preacher. But at the end of the day, Earth God, we gotta start with us. I would not come up on this platform, and I love my big brother and my sisters and brothers that are up here right now. I'm not coming up here to chastise nobody. I'm coming up here to tell y'all I know what part of the problem is, and part of the problem is because I have not bought in to everything. But Angela, if I become the change that I seek, and I stop making it seem like it's everybody's problem but mine, then we will change. If I change one person, I'll probably help to change a nation. Did you know
Mm-hmm.
what I just said?
Ron, I need
Okay,
you in
now
here
you
in
tell
case you
me.
absolutely have to go. Otherwise, I need you here. You're a married man with some good insight. So I need you in here. If you got to go, then let me know. Then you can drop out. I sent you dropped out. You ain't going nowhere. I need you, brother.
No, I'm still here. I'm still here.
All
That was
right,
an
all
accident.
right.
I don't know what happened.
I
Okay.
want to say something after Pastor too.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You got
And I could pretty much yield my mic because I just wanted to know. I've been listening. I'm like that. I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna listen in. But I do. And no, I don't need you to change your tone, Earth God, Earth Good. But I'm gonna tell you something about my 40-year-old, my 28 and 29-year-old, and my 35, 36-year-old. They're not gonna hear much of what you're saying because your tone does sound different to them. But for me, I know you're a woman with fashion. But for
I
my
love that
children,
song.
oh, totally. Yeah, but watch this now. Watch this now.
I don't
Because
think
I
your
think
song got
somebody
a
else
problem
said,
with it.
Amen. Somebody else said, Amen. I hear what you're saying. What I'm saying is my resolve is that we do resolve. And so maybe I do have to change a few things. You know what I had to realize recently? My children are not children anymore. These folk are 20, late 20s, early 40s. Watch this, late 20s, early 40s, and late 30s. I can't talk to them like they're babies. You know what I'm saying? They are grown people just like me. So if my daughter says, Mama, you need to kind of shift and bring it down a little bit, guess what I owe her? Because she's a grown woman. I owe her a shift because I want to resolve any type of conflict. So let me say this part again, and I'll mic up. The first person, glory to God, I need to deal with is Angela. If everyone were to take on that resolve, half of these TikToks are shut down. Y'all know why? Because we'll solve our own problem. I think our problem is that while I'm pointing one finger at someone else about what they should be doing, what that country should be doing, because I got a whole lot to say about a whole bunch of countries, right? Yeah, I do. But I can't because I got one, two, three, four fingers pointing back at Angela. I'm mic up.
Okay. So, hmm. My tone it's Pastor. It's always gonna be something. And I'm sorry.
your tone just the way it is. I'm just saying.
No,
On the flip side of
respectfully,
things.
respectfully, I will, because it's not even, it doesn't even really matter how I'm saying it, because your tone, you had a lot of passion and a lot of aggression to in your voice, but I mean, you have an American accent.
Don't you forget
No,
that.
I understand, but you have an American
Oh, you're
accent,
so
so there's no problem. So there's no problem. So nobody has to question where you're from. Okay, so that's so there's no problem. Okay, so it doesn't matter how I say anything. And besides, there's so many people walking around here with cavity. I don't need to be any more sweeter. Okay?
past
I
that
don't need
part
to
and get to.
I don't need to be any
But
more
Miss
sweeter with
Earth Good.
nobody.
But
No,
Earth
Earth
God, get
Goddess.
past that part and get to the
No,
part
I'm
where
not
I
gonna
said the first person that
no.
needs to change is me. Me. I need
Right,
to change.
and I do that on the daily, right? But here's the thing: I don't come from a culture of individualism. And that is the problem that we're having most of all in our community. Is that here, and I'm gonna say here in the states where I live, everybody's all about self. It's all about me, me, me. It's all about I. There is no sense of community. There's no sense of family. Everybody only care to do things on one level that's suitable for self. Okay, it's a very individualized mentality here. So nobody, they're not really looking at the mirror. They're not. I get on here, I hear a woman talking about, I got my degrees, I got this, I got that. I don't need no man. I don't have any children. So this, and so I've been coming here almost every night. And this is not the only space. And I hear them say all the time. They use their
They're not talking
degree.
about they don't need no man over here.
Wait a
Are they?
second. Yes, they do say that. They
Really?
absolutely do
Where
say
I
that.
been? Shoot, where have
Well,
I been?
you're probably not hearing them because they have an accent that sounds just like yours, love. So you're probably not hearing
Mm.
them. Okay?
Really? I'm talking
Really?
about in this space right here. In this
Yeah, yeah,
space, I've been over here every night
this
too,
space
and I
right
haven't
here.
heard any of that.
This
Okay.
space right here. And they're always here too. And they say, I got my degrees. I went to school and I went and got educated. And I got this and I got that. I don't need no man. Oh yeah, they say it. Yep.
Miss
They
Pastor.
definitely. I'm still speaking, please. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were finishing up. Go ahead.
No. Mm. So yeah, like I was saying, they say it. They have a problem with accountability. There's no accountability for nothing. Okay. They want to be comparing themselves to men with lacking the understanding that women and men are not the same. We're not the same in any way, shape, or form. We are not the same. It's very counterproductive to be comparing yourself to a man. And you
Hmm.
can't even follow the lead of a man. You can't listen. You don't listen very well at all. You're very vulgar. You practice individualism. Okay. You think you can speak however you want to speak. And most importantly of all, you damn well don't listen worth a damn. You don't know how to
I
shut up
guess I'm
and
trying to
listen.
figure out who are we talking about here? Are we talking about a different? Because I'm a different
No.
generation. Who are we talking about?
Yeah, you are a different generation, Miss Angela. You are a very different generation. I'm talking about the woman that's in my age group, the 30s and the 40s that's right there. And then forget about the ones that's younger than me. Forget about that. Okay? Because they think
Okay.
that they can do everything that men do. A man sleep with 100 women, they want to go sleep with 200 men and think that they're gonna still be looked at as a lady. Okay? A lady is what a lady does. Not because you're a woman that doesn't make you a lady. Okay, so they want to think they have that mindset. So I'm not even going to touch on the younger woman beneath me. But let's say
Okay.
woman that's 30 and up. Oh yeah, they use their degrees to validate them as to how and why they should be able to be with a certain type of man. They can't be with a blue collar man because he don't make the money that they want him to make. Okay, but they're not entirely qualified either for the eye earners that they're outsourcing. Those eye earners aren't looking at them. You know why? Because when they meet those type of women, they're gonna know that they're gonna be having a pissing contest. Those men don't want them. So there's a lot of things at play here. They're not looking in the mirror. They have no accountability and no self-awareness. So I respect you. I respect you. I hear you. I'll take what you're saying under advisement. I probably will not be changing my tone, okay? Because like I said, people walking around here with cavities, I don't need to be any more sweeter. So I will not, absolutely will not be changing my tone. I'm sorry. I'm not here to make anybody feel comfortable. Because whether you're being nice or sweet, they still not going to hear shit that you're saying anyway. Because I have this accent. So they ain't listening anyway. So
So
I'm
I
going to yield
think
my
I
time
just
to
heard.
London. I'm going to yield
So
my
I
time
just
to London.
Don't worry, I'm gonna give over to London too because I love her so much. But listen, let me ask you this real quick. No, let me throw this at you real quick. You just said I'm not looking to be any sweeter because you already sweet, sweeter than cavities, I think is what you said. And I might get it. I may have it all jacked up. Stop smiling, big brother.
I
But here's
understand.
what
I
I do.
understand what you're
But
saying, though. Go on.
right. But here's what I will say. Right. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm really gonna yield to London. If God and if you don't believe in God, that's fine with me too. But if God does not set the platform for you to speak and be heard, you're being heard like this, wonk, 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 right? So at the end of the day, don't feel like that. Like I have to make adjustments and changes as I'm talking to whatever the group becomes. You understand what I'm saying? I get it. I get it. You are very passionate. I get it that you want X, Y, and Z to happen. I do too. I wish that this thing could pan out a little bit better. But again, I have to say it because I'm going to say it, right? I'll say it until Jesus comes. The only way I am going to see change is, first of all, I got to believe that it can change, but I've got to change me. And so I'm sorry, I cannot stand on the other side of this thing and talk about everybody else and their accountability. What I want to know is, can you lead by example? At the end of the day, London, go ahead. I'm micing up.
Thank you, Pastor.
I sure do.
One of and Pastor, I love it when you get on here and just speak wisdom to us, as you are an elder to us and a very wise woman. I want to say this. One thing you said that I like is you said when we point one finger, we got four pointed back at us. And sometimes people don't realize the very same people that they are talking about, they are those people. And one thing you have to realize when you have multiple people telling you the same thing, you know what I'm saying? You have to kind of take that accountability and be like, dang, like, do I really have this problem? You know, or am I really like this? We can't look at another group of people and want them to take accountability and make changes, but you individually won't make the changes and take accountability when it's multiple people telling you the same thing. Sometimes we are the people that we're trying to get on top of, that we're trying to tell that they need to change, and we don't realize that we are them because we're in this mindset where we think we're better, we're more superior, or we're higher than, when really, like you said, I'm looking at the man in the mirror, Michael Jackson. Some people need to look in the mirror at themselves because you got a lot of flaws you need to fix on your own that you don't realize. And that's what Pastor was talking about. Another thing, we have a lot of elders that come up on this panel, you know, Pastor Ange, Miss Pam, and different elders that have came up on this panel to give us advice. And I look at sometimes how the young people just disrespect them and run over them. You know what I'm saying? If that person is not an elder. But that's not respect and femininity and sisterhood. When you stone cold disrespect the elder, you know, and don't care. That's not femininity. That's not soft. That's not ladylike. That's not sisterhood. That's not. And then we say, well, we need to check on the women. We need to get on the women and get the women together. But I have not heard one elder come out and tell a young person, hey, that's your elder. Respect that person. You know, you don't have to be disrespectful towards that individual. That's an elder to you. It's okay to disagree, but to have attitude and to tell them, well, you old, you know how to tell that person, I wouldn't want to be in your shoe. That person have been here 40, 50 more years longer than you. But nobody speaks on that. It's stuff on both the men and the women part. It's on both sides. It's not just on the man, and it's not just on the woman. You know, but Pastor, you dropped some gems, but I want to say we all need to look in the mirror because the same people you talking about, the same group of people, you may just be within that group. You may just be that person and you don't know it because you ain't open your eyes to realize it because you too stuck in this mindset of you superior and you got it all together and you hot stuff and you this and you that. You just like them people you talking about. So if Pastor, if you point one finger, you got 4 point back at you. That's true. And now I'm going to mute.
But that's not what this conversation isn't about one person.
This is what they're not understanding.
When we're having a conversation, we're not talking about, no
Oh
one's
God.
pointing a finger at the pastor. No one's pointing a finger at Lady London. We're talking about women in general.
General. Thank
It's
you.
not
Thank
about
you,
one
Candy.
person.
Thank you.
No,
But they call. I don't want you to think I didn't
Thank you,
listen.
let
Candy.
me finish, ladies. I
Go,
listened to
go.
everybody and I
We're
did not
talking about a
interrupt.
specific
Lady,
group.
I listened to you and I did not interrupt you. You said you landed. So what I'm saying is, Pastor, I've listened to you. I've been on I've heard you in several lives. You have an assertive personality just like Earth.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with either one because I listen to both. I'm not sitting here saying one is good and one is bad, but both of you have assertive
Me
personality.
either.
But
Me
Mm-hmm.
Earth,
either.
but hold on, Pastor.
Me either.
Hold on. But
No, I'm
nobody.
just saying me either. I'm really kind of saying, and I wish
No,
you
it's
would
not.
learn this about
It's
me. I'm just saying
Kind of
amen to
garbage.
you. I'm just saying
I'm
amen.
sorry.
Keep
I'm
going.
sorry. I didn't
That's
hear you
all.
say amen.
That's all.
I thought you were trying to say something. But
No,
and
ma'am.
again, Pastor, I've respected you and listened to you. I've never disrespected you. And I've never seen the elders being disrespected on this panel because the host doesn't allow it. Because he'll jump in and say something. So, Lady London, I'm not sure when Pam was just I didn't see that. And I was on here with Pam. Thriving was on here with Pam. I've been on here with Pastor, and I've not seen them disrespected because I know 100% the host does jump in. He may be sitting there listening at times, but if he felt that there was some disrespect, Pam spoke forever and just gave some drop nuggets.
If women speaking out loud, it don't got to go to name calling. But if
Yeah,
they
and
assertive,
that wasn't
this
the
person
case.
assertive and they talking them women, I'm not gonna jump in between them like that. So it's okay for them to engage and have a
You
conversation.
bet not. You bet
It's not
not
So,
gonna
with
be
them
a
chains
it's
around your
not
neck.
it's not a kumbaya room. We're gonna have this
no.
back, and I'm gonna let people speak. Go ahead, Miss Pick Me. You can
Okay,
talk.
so that's what I was saying. And
Sorry.
Pastor, I listened to you, and we joked the other night. I told you need to go back to your husband, but we just joked, and I have I have no problem with people, but we gotta stop getting upset if people don't agree with us. I don't understand that. It is okay for everybody to have their opinion. It is okay for people to see things in a different light than you do. We can just respect and agree to disagree, but we got to stop taking it personal. So when I was hearing, when you point and you got three fingers pointing back at, or four fingers, I'm sorry, pointing back at you. No, is it three or four? I only see three coming back at me as I do it. But when you do that, it wasn't about pointing to any one person. We're talking
Correct.
about things that are happening in the BOK community. Pastor, you've seen these women, how they talk to these men on these panels. You've seen it.
Absolutely.
You've seen how women curse like sailors on these panels. I didn't know women curse like that. I'm just like, wow. I've seen panels where it's all women. They cursing at each other, calling each other the B
Yes.
word.
Yes.
We've
Yes. Yes.
seen it. So all we're saying is if we can't even respect ourselves, how do we expect a man to respect us? And we don't want to admit that these are some of our issues. And I think you're hearing the passion in Ursh's voice because we go on these panels and we say the same thing. And then we get called names all the time because women don't like that you don't agree with them. Women feel that we should be in a sisterhood. I'm not in a sisterhood. I'm all about the truth. The
Never.
truth is the truth. It's not about a sisterhood because I don't want you telling me a lie. I don't want you telling me I look good and I look a hot mess. I want you to tell me the truth. Don't try to make me feel good. It's not about feelings, right? It's about facts. And the fact is, women need to get their together. That's just it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When women get their stuff together, guess what will happen? The men will fall in
All in
line.
line.
Well,
Thank
That's
you.
the
Pastor,
bottom
But
line.
Hey,
I want to
Miss Goddess,
say,
Hey,
you want to speak?
hey,
And then
they
after Miss
call.
yeah.
Goddess, we're gonna let
They
D-Town and
call.
Miss speak. Go ahead, Miss
Hey, they
Goddess.
call.
Wait.
Can you give me 20 seconds, big brother? They call.
Yes,
Can I
ma'am.
ask you a question though? Could it be because based upon what I just heard you say, and about the fingers and all that, I think you misinterpreted what I was saying. I
No, I wasn't
really am.
talking about you, Pastor. It was
I feel
Okay,
like
because I
every
really am
woman
talking
should be on
about
purpose.
me as an individual. How I don't know about y'all, but me as an individual, I just know. I don't know y'all. Unfortunately, is that maybe sometime being a orator or being a preacher, my job is to go ahead and let's see if we can all be responsible? Can we all be accountable? And so if I do that right, I am not taking anything from anybody. God knows earth good. Shoot, I love your voice. I mean, I really do. And now that they're telling me that me and you are alike, shoot, I'm really gonna be listening to you now. But at the end of the day, y'all, I'm just trying to come up with a way of saying, okay, even with my mama whooping my butt as much as she did, and her thinking that she just saving the world because she whooping my butt, she has some stuff to work on too. I'm a mom. I have some stuff to work on. What I'm saying is if all of us were to take accountability as individuals, then we can go corporate. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And if I'm
Also,
saying
can I
this,
please rebuttal
So,
to Miss
Let
God,
Baycott?
Lord have mercy.
Because she spoke to me to what I said. I just want to rebuttal to her because what I said was misinterpreted. What I stated, I said you cannot speak to a specific group, whether it's women or men, and try to get on top of them about the issues they need to fix when you fall in line with those issues and you have those same issues yourself. You can't point the finger at a certain group when you right along with them doing the same things that they're doing as well. So you have to fix you before you get on to somebody else. Sometimes we don't realize we like the group of people we're talking about. That's what I stated. I didn't state that I think anyone was speaking to me individually. I know nobody's speaking to me individually, but I'm saying don't get on top of a group and you got the same issues and you haven't fixed yourself.
I didn't really
So,
understand.
yeah, I didn't understand that either because I don't have no issues that, yeah, this is why I can get up here and say the things that I say. Okay, I don't have a lack of respect for men. Okay, I'm not asking those same men that I don't respect to freaking protect me. The freaking oxymoron of it all, the stupidity of it all, the craziness of it all. Okay, y'all don't respect men. Y'all don't need a man. Y'all don't this. Y'all don't that. But then the men, black women are the least protected women. Well, who are they supposed to be protecting? The
Not when you
woman that don't
disrespecting.
the woman them that don't
good. I
respect
need
them.
them, girl. I need them, girl. I need them. I'm just gonna
I've
tell you
I've
now. I need them.
I've literally been on here and hear London say, I don't need no man. I got my degrees. I went back to school and got myself educated and this and that. I've heard he said that.
Let me say this. I don't
Like,
recall saying that I don't
of course
need
you
it,
don't.
but
Of course you don't.
just to clear the record, in all honesty, I really feel like I don't. Do I may want a
See
man
what I'm saying?
that may I but see it's okay for a woman to feel that way. If everybody don't want to be with a man, everybody don't want
It's
Say
not
if you
though.
feel that
it's
way. It
No,
okay.
is.
not for you to be saying no, 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 no,
It
no.
is
I'm not
okay
gonna play.
for her to feel that way.
No, 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 no. I'm not gonna play this game with y'all. This level of condescendingness that you
It's
like to do.
okay
No, I'm
for
not gonna
her
do
to
it.
feel
Wait
that
a
way.
second, Pastor. No, 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 no.
Understand about
Not when
it.
you're talking to a group of women and then you're gonna tell them, I don't need a man. I went back to school and got educated. This is why y'all ladies need to get your education and do this because I got this and I got that and predicating the same level of stupidity amongst black women just because you went back to school, got educated, quote unquote, got a goddamn degree that's hanging from your wall. And I'm saying that as a very educated woman myself that got many degrees of shit. I don't put them on the damn wall. They in a damn drawer stuffed away somewhere. I don't give a shit. But
FYI,
and then
Tanya.
you're saying this to a group of women as if that is your highest level of accomplishment, right? And this validates you to be able to say, I make my
But
own
God, what
money.
if
Let
that's
me
the way
finish.
she
Let
feels?
me
Me and
finish.
you can't
Can
make
I
her feel no
finish?
different.
Can I
Hold
finish,
You
on,
can't
Miss
Pastor?
make
Can
her
you have
Tanya.
some
feel. I'm
decorum?
sorry.
Pastor,
Let
can
us
you have
speak.
some decorum? Pastor, please.
Start cracking on me now. I'm okay.
Thank you. So when you're up here telling that to a panel of women, and then you have a bunch of women that's in the chat listening to you, and they're all egging you on, like, don't act like we don't know what that's doing. That level of representation. I'm not gonna stand here and be like, no, I'm not a part of nobody's sisterhood. And I'm saying that as a woman that have 14 sisters. I am not a part of nobody's fuckery sisterhood. Excuse me, language, pastor, and everyone else. The sisterhood is foolishness. This is the level of stuff that they predicate. I don't need no man. Then you're out here screaming, oh, we're not protected. Where are the man? You don't need no man. So why are they supposed to be risking their life to protect you? For what? For
Okay.
what?
She's saying, in what you saying is kind of encouraging them to be that way.
That's
Amen.
exactly what.
But let me
Wait a second, London. Wait a
exactly.
second. And maybe
Exactly.
maybe it's not just identifying to you individually, London, but there's a lot of women, there's a lot of Londons out there. That is what I'm saying. I'm using you as a reference because I heard you with my own ears say shit like that. And there's a lot of you like that. I work in a
It's
field
called a
where there's a lot
provocative
of women.
victim.
Yes, where there's a lot of women, okay? And this is the stuff that they do. Just because they start making money now, all of a sudden, they have their dog, they go home every day, they pour their glass of wine, and they in their mind, they're living this imaginary fairy tale that they're so happy, they're so this, and that they still come and they're still complaining about men. There's a group of women, okay? There's a demographic out there, group of women, and it's becoming a freaking epidemic. And then you come and you're preaching to women that, oh, I don't need no man. If somebody says something about kids, I don't got no kids. I don't have no
Okay.
kids. I hear it.
Well, let me
But
say something.
wait,
Somebody,
wait, 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 wait. Then yield my time to you so many times to be gracious and graceful, and you still be trying to throw shades and throw dags at me when you're speaking in a very
I'm not
subdirect way
saying anything
all
that
the
you
time.
say.
No, you do. No,
Okay.
you do. And
Okay.
it's okay. But I'm
throw
I'm
jabs,
very
Lady
direct.
Wanda. You
She
throw
throw,
them
she throw,
jabs.
you know,
Y'all
You
she
throw
throw
women
them
jabs
really
and
jabs.
don't
try to
like each
be.
other, do y'all? Y'all don't
No,
get
no,
along at
I
all.
don't. No, D-Town, I don't fall in with the group of women. I don't like them because they do not
Like each
represent
other
me.
as a whole, period,
And it,
dog. From what I'm
exactly,
seeing, coast to
women
coast,
do
nation to
not.
nation,
They
y'all
do
don't get
not.
along.
Women
And
do not. You're
y'all look,
absolutely
women
right.
provoke situations, then
D,
play
you're
the victim, dog.
absolutely D, you're
I've been
absolutely
married
right, and that's
23
my
years to the
D. Give
same
me a
woman,
second,
8
D. Yes,
kids. No,
D.
I
Yes,
ain't
I
giving
know
no
your
woman no
story.
second. Y'all
I
doing
know,
too
I know
much,
your
dog.
story. You do this all the time. Every panel you go to, you talk about the same story. We know your story. If we've been on a panel with you before, we know it. We've heard it
Too much, bro.
all
Shit.
the
You
time. You
tell
just
you
came
what
in
though,
here. You
she's
just
not
came
us.
in here. Yeah, you just came in here. Every panel that you go to, you talk about the same story. If we've been on a
On
panel
too
with you,
much. Can we keep it
and yes,
positive,
and that's the
ladies?
problem. No, and that's the problem. The women always do too much. That's the freaking problem. They're doing
Well,
too
get on
damn
them
much.
then, because they not going to listen.
That's what I be doing.
They not listening. It's social media. You can be the
They're
best
not
you want to be
they're
on
not
social
gonna
media, sis.
they don't listen in real life either. And you've that's been married for 23 years, they damn sure ain't listening to you.
I
Okay,
don't need them to
you
listen.
go against what they don't stand for. So they damn sure ain't listening to you.
It's
This
entertainment,
this calling
sis.
your wife. It's not entertainment though. That's the thing. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
thing. Your
entertaining to me.
mentality.
It's
It's not
clownish. It's
entertainment.
foolishness.
This is not entertainment. This is the
It's
thing.
D,
This
can
this
you
is
foolishness.
let
real
her?
life
Can you let
stuff.
her land? Can you let
No,
her land?
no,
Mr.
Candy, he
D-Town,
won't. This is what he does.
let her finish, Mr. D-Town, so I can get in everything that she's saying.
You know what? I'm gonna yield my time to you, London. Go on. Always being graceful. Go on. Take
Well,
it.
no, you can go ahead and finish. I'm asking the young man
No,
to stop
it's
so you
okay.
can finish.
I'm getting
I'm gonna
ready.
yield my time to you because I really wanted to yield my time to Thrive In, but since you have something to say, I'm gonna yield my time to you, and then maybe you can yield your time to her. Okay?
Okay,
Okay.
yes, ma'am. But she spoke to me specifically, and she called London. I haven't ever
Mm-hmm.
gotten on this panel and told women that, hey, y'all just need to focus on y'all education. Y'all don't need no man. I have not ever told women that on this panel. But if somebody asks me a question specifically that has to do with me, I'm going to answer. And I said, yes, do I personally feel like I need a man? No, I do not personally. Do I may sometimes want a man? Yes. But just need? No. Some of us we all weren't raised the same way. I come from I come from a family of strong, independent women that work very hard. They were not male centered women. They did not just rely and depend on men. Even the women in my family that are married, they've always been strong, independent, and successful and hard working women. And you have to understand when a person comes from something different than you do, their mindset is bound to be different than yours. I didn't ever go back to school. I just went to school and stayed in there. I do think it's a good thing for a person to be educated. You don't ever want to be out here, man or woman, and you don't have nothing to fall back on. I don't have to feel like I want a man. I don't have to want to be a man wife. If I feel like that's not what I want to do, that's fine. Everybody in the Bible was not married. Everybody
I
in the
know some
Bible,
was
but
concubines.
wait a minute. Everybody in the Bible wasn't married, and some women don't want to
Facts.
be married. Some women don't
Yeah,
want
some
to
were
deal with.
concubines too.
Some women don't want to deal with a man, and that's their choice. How can you get mad at them because they don't want
Facts,
a
London.
man? They don't have to want to be in a relationship with me. I can still respect a man, just like this host on this panel. I can respect him and be friends with him and still don't want no relationship with him and still don't want to marry him. I could be polite to him. I could be nice to him and still don't want men. Does that mean that it gives men the right to treat me bad because I don't want to be in a relationship or married to one? No, I'm not treating him bad. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't want that, and that's okay. Everyone don't want to be up under a man. And if you ask me if I got children or if you try to throw the baby mama card on me, I'ma let you know that ain't me. If you try to throw that baby mama card on me, I'ma let you know that's not London. So when we talking about throwing jabs, if you making statements about you know, baby mama, that ain't me.
Fly, let it.
Let it fly. Stuff up.
That's
Period.
all I'm saying.
Okay,
Big brother,
but my thing is
London, I
everybody
respect
needs
and
to do
honor
the
you.
same
I do.
thing.
I respect you,
Everybody
baby.
needs to do the same thing. But if you're gonna make a suggestion towards me, the only thing I'm gonna let you know respectfully is that's not me. And you can't hoot and cheer to something that you're not doing yourself.
Come on, come on.
You can't say, oh yeah, that's right, when you ain't did that yourself. If it didn't apply to you, you should have let it flew as well. You should let it fly as well if it don't apply. Don't just look for London to do it. You do it too. So if you talking about a hooray, you need to say amen and say ouch. Because you was in the same position
Mind
too.
me asking how old you are? How old are you, London?
I'm 36 years of age.
Girl, my son, look, London, I know you
Oh
getting
my
married
God.
now. Big brother, I got a 40-year-old son
Oh my
who is
God.
big money. Oh, yes, I am.
Don't
Oh,
do
my
that to your
God, London.
son. Do not do that to your
Oh,
son.
Pastor, we need
Please.
to
Don't
follow.
do
We
that to
need
your
to
son.
follow each other and see. But you see how she
Oh my
doing? She
God.
talking about throwing jabs, but you see what she doing right now. But she wasn't talking about somebody throwing
Girl, I
jabs.
don't throw
He's pretty
jobs. I'm
too.
saying
He's
it to you.
beautiful, too.
You said you
I'm
didn't
not
want to be
throwing jobs. I'm
married.
saying it
Lord
to
have
you.
mercy.
I ain't throwing jobs. I'm saying it to you. The hell are you
Hello. Can
talking
I
about?
please get in here?
Am I speaking
Good
subliminally?
Lord.
Am I speaking subliminally? I'm saying it directly to you. What the
You
hell are you talking
told
about?
her
Can I
not
Beautiful
to.
please
sweetheart.
The hell
get
are you
in
talking
here,
about?
Sweetheart,
please?
you're a
I
beautiful
am
woman,
saying
too.
it flat out. I'm not speaking subliminally. I don't do
Single
indirect
sons with
foolishness.
jobs.
You spoke to
I don't do
pastor.
indirect foolishness. I speak
Yes, that
directly.
was
I
indirect
said,
because you spoke
Pastor,
to
no, I
pastor.
said, Pastor,
You didn't
don't do
speak
that
to
to your
London.
son.
You didn't speak to
Pastor,
London. You spoke to
Pastor,
You
pastor.
should be jumping in now.
So
Pastor,
that's
don't do
not
that
Sweetheart.
to your
direct.
son.
Come on, y'all. It's
Pastor,
my
That's
All
not
right about
direct
Pastor,
that.
because you spoke to pastor. You didn't speak to
Pastor.
Oh,
me.
They'll stop.
You
Well,
They'll
should have
stop.
said what you should have said.
Lorna,
What you should have said
wait a
was
second.
London. That ain't
Okay,
no, that ain't
Pastor,
nowhere near where I'm at.
wait a
I
second. Jesus
see.
Come
Christ,
on,
you guys,
Pastor.
no, you guys sound hungry. You guys sound
You
hungry.
should have said
You
London. You
guys
I
should have
sound
said
see.
London.
Come
hungry.
on, D-Town.
I
No.
It was
say,
it
yeah,
was still indirect.
yeah, yeah,
No, I
yeah.
ain't
Come on, come
indulging
on.
in this. I ain't indulging in
All
this.
right, so your
Take it to
response.
church. Take it to
Yeah.
church. Take it to church.
Believe. I want
What?
oh Lord,
Lord,
oh
Lord,
I'm
I
found
Thank
Oh
found
my
you.
God.
so blind,
what
I know
but
you guys sound
was
hungry. I know you guys
not
sound
come on.
hungry.
I
I
see.
God is
see.
pleased. God is pleased. Yes, He
Oh,
is.
Jesus.
Hold on
God
now.
is
We want to
good.
let Miss Scriven speak. Go
He
ahead,
been
Miss
God is
Scriven.
trying to
good.
get
We
in.
appreciate you,
All I'm
brother.
That
gonna
Let's
was
go
our
let
say,
intro.
D-Town.
That
Come
was
on,
our
let's
intro.
run
That was our
D-Town now.
intro.
Turn D-Town
all
up.
I'm
Come
gonna
on, let's
say, all I'm gonna say, Pastor, a wife is a wife before she becomes a wife. Don't do that shit to your son. All right. Go ahead,
Okay, but
London.
Pastor, you send your son pictures
Oh
to
my
her.
Girl,
gosh.
girl,
Striving. It's striving
Let
don't
me
do
get
that to
in
time.
that
there,
man.
y'all.
It's
Cause
striving time.
she's
She's
still
been
on it.
waiting.
Hey,
She's
come
been
on now.
waiting.
Come
Let
on.
Thriving
Where's my
talk.
shirt? Right here.
We want to
Go
hear
ahead,
Miss
Bryden.
Scriven. Go ahead, Miss
Hello.
Scriven.
Thank you, ladies. Whoever started singing, Ron, bless you. Bless you. That was epic. You know what? Every time I come in this space, it's just so awesome. We end up laughing more than we cry, so it's good. It's good. Okay, I would like to role play with Earth a little bit. Earth, is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Role play.
Always
Oh, I
role
can't
play.
wait to see this.
Come on, let's
I
go.
want to role play because this is an emergency broadcast. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is an emergency broadcast. Earth, tell me something. You said something the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and it really stayed with me. It was playing in my head while I was doing
Mm-hmm.
dishes, while I was cooking. You said that
Man.
you worked in OR as a surgeon or something, or I don't know what you do in there, but you have
Mm.
access to OR where there's surgery, correct?
Correct.
Can you tell us how many of your patients have you worked on that are pew pew victims?
Well, since I do trauma, so
Okay.
majority, my cases are trauma cases.
Okay. And how many of them have you worked on, or any of your colleagues worked on, that had issues that could have been prevented through dieting and exercising?
Sure. A lot.
A lot, right?
But that wasn't their cost for their demise. But I mean, yeah, it played a part. A
Right.
lot. But to answer your question, a lot.
A lot, right? So now I have a question for the panel, right? It's maybe hypothetical. You don't have to answer it. Would you rather deal with someone who comes at you and cuts you with their words, or would you rather go under the knife because you did not listen?
Yeah.
Those
Okay.
are very good questions, Raven.
I'll take it. I'll take the cut.
You see that?
So here's the thing. This is an emergency broadcast because Black communities are unaliving at very high rate. Okay?
Absolutely.
People are losing their lives. This is no longer a joke. This is no longer cute. People are unaliving, especially young people, children and young adults. Has anybody seen the stats on STDs among young adults and people in general?
I haven't, but I want to know it.
The new stats are outrageous in Texas, in Philly, all over the place, especially in high school kids. These are our kids. Okay? So when we're sitting here and we're trying to say, hey, this is another solution, hey, there's another outlook, hey, there's things that can be changed, and we're constantly in our feelings because I don't know, the delivery was wrong, or the tone was wrong, or it sounds aggressive, or it's in your face. People are unaliving right now, you guys, young people. So at what point are we going to change? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Complaining.
Let me
Not
answer
in.
that. Let me answer that, please. I'm in Texas. Dallas at that, though. This is the first time in 42 years I've seen us basically have our own civil war in this country amongst ourselves. Every other war, we helped everybody else. They was testing syphilis on us. They created the AIDS to knock us off. We here to stay. We not going nowhere, sister. This shoot too shall pass. This more
Jesus.
it's more of us on this planet than anybody. So if you believe in your Lord and Savior, like you say you do, sit back and let peace be still. Because it's enough youngsters out here for us to survive this so-called unaliving of our youth. Because
What?
no, listen to me. Just hear me out. The weak shall fall and the strong shall thrive. Every race has been through this. We're the last ones to fight ourselves like this. We are the last ones in American history that we're doing this now at this point in time. But it's just so bad because we have social media. When the white tea people was knocking each other off and the Indians were knocking us off, we didn't know too much about it because we wasn't there. I'm not surprised that we actually are doing this to one another. Now, look at the money and the power we have. If you take us back to poverty, we won't do it. But one thing I noticed about us as African Americans, the more money and success we have, the more separated we get. And I'm landing with that one.
Wow. 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 Mm.
That at the end now. The root of
Mm.
all evil now. Y'all better hold on to it.
Mm-mm. Wow.
Listen, because women feel they're better than one another and we all are equal.
No,
Your
women be
degree,
fussing because women are hateful. What you
no,
talking about?
it's in your DNA to be hateful because you're made
It's
from
not.
me.
You're
You're
absolutely
made from
right.
me. You're made from me for me. So
You,
when God made you, he made the worst part of me and put it in you.
So we're not
mm,
equal. We're not equal.
we're not equal. Women and men aren't
See?
equal.
No, I'm saying we were made equal. But
Women
until
and
you
men?
We were
look,
not made
look,
equal, sir.
look, 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 look here. Yeah, the worst part
Right.
of us. You
We
have
were
the
made
worst
equal,
part
but
of
we made
us.
the worst part. But
The
we're not
worst part
equal.
of us.
All
The
right.
worst part, but we still love you no matter
Okay.
what. We
Mm-hmm.
still need you no matter what. We still
Okay.
gonna protect you. If all else, say if everything go left right now, you don't think we gonna sit there and protect y'all though?
Of
even
course,
the
I
ratchet
know.
ones.
Lock arm. I'm getting
We're
ready to
going
lock
to
arms
protect
with you,
y'all.
D-Town. I'm gonna lock arms with you, and I got my pew pew too. I'm gonna lock arms with Purple Passion to coming to the rescue. You don't
You
have
see
to
what I'm
worry. I'm gonna
saying?
be right there because I need my guys.
Oh my God, this is what I'm
Cause
saying.
one,
But you hear
one
women out here talking about, I don't need man. You never hear man talking like that.
I don't care about that. About a woman saying what she don't need because behind closed listen, because behind closed doors she need us.
She be
You see what I'm
crying,
talking about?
crying with all them
But
damn degrees.
now about it don't matter about none of that. Cause when it boils down to it, either you gonna get right or you gonna be like your elders alone, having your kids bury you. And
They don't have no
that's what I've
kids.
been seeing.
They don't got no
Listen,
kids to bury them.
that's the
That's
saddest
it.
thing in 42 years. The saddest thing I've been seeing is a lot of mothers being buried, not married.
A lot.
Our elder women being buried, not married. Y'all are married to y'all kids nowadays. My kids come first. You know what that does to a man when he hear you say that? My kids come first. It it's supposed to be God, me, you, then those kids. When you say one time, my kids come first, the relationship over.
Fact.
It's done. You can't talk to me no more. You raising your voice. You talking out of turn. Like a lot of y'all be shooting shots in public in front of your man just to have some power over him, knowing he won't say nothing to you in
Well,
public.
D, can I get one to shoot some shots in front of, please? Could you
Ron, you
send
better,
me one over here in
Ron, you better
Chicago?
start singing
Look,
No,
look,
Isaiah,
look,
let's
start
go to
look,
hemming.
that. Let's go back to that
pastor,
Ron, you better
pastor,
start
pastor,
hemming.
pastor, pastor. It's gonna be hard for you to get one
Oh
because
man.
of the
Ron, you better
knowledge.
Oh,
start
they
I'm
call.
hemming,
not,
I know
Ron.
you're
no.
not
I'm just
laughing at
saying.
me. They
No, no.
call. You
Listen.
praying for me.
Y'all got
No,
me on
Don't
no,
you be
call.
doing me like
no,
I
that on
pray
this
you go
stuff.
no,
back to
no,
your
no,
Ron, you
husband.
better
no,
start
no,
hemming,
Oh
no,
my,
Ron.
no,
why?
Ron,
no,
He too
no.
I'm
short.
hearing my
Come on
voice.
here.
Y'all got me on
Okay,
No,
call.
no,
yeah,
watch
I'm
this,
sorry.
watch this.
Go
Ron,
on,
you need to
Pastor,
D-Town.
start hemming.
it'll be hard for Pastor to get that type of man because she's so strong in her faith. And a man that's strong in his faith ain't gonna listen to a woman that's faith is stronger than his. I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna be stronger though. I'm not putting. I'm gonna.
But
I'm gonna
I'm hearing
take
it
a
in your
notch
voice. You
down.
have a
Oh
powerful
Lord.
voice.
Well, let them be
At,
6'3" then. Okay,
at your
6'3" or
age,
six
at
seven.
your age, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. You stuck in your ways,
Hey,
Pastor.
Ron,
D.
D-Town,
start
how old are
hemming.
you? How old are you,
Ron,
D-Town?
start
I'm
hemming, Ron.
42. I'm
You
42. I'm
just
stuck.
42. You sound like you about
Thank you, Ron.
85.
Thank you.
A
Yeah,
bunch of wisdom.
because
A
my
bunch of
father was a
wisdom.
pastor. My
40.
mother was a missionary.
Wow.
Still married.
Amen.
Still
Thank you,
married.
Lord.
Lord Jesus, help us, God. If you're in a busy pastor, to us right now, please.
Yeah, but
Well,
I'm not
keep
a
praying.
Christian. I'm not a Christian.
D-Town, keep praying for me, okay?
I don't pray for folks. I need you to pray for yourself because I'm gonna pray for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Oh,
pray for people.
D-Town.
Come on now, boy. You
What?
better talk, boy.
I don't pray for nobody. I pray for
Boy.
All
me.
I'm,
ATM,
Boy,
all
why
you,
I'm
you
gonna
say
say is,
that?
boy,
Why
you
you
got the because he's saying it because you got the power yourself. Folk always looking for somebody else to pray for them. You got that power too.
Oh, did I make you think ATM that I needed him to pray? You know, that's just something we
Oh,
say
I'm not
us
talking
black
about that
folk.
part. I'm talking about what
Okay,
he
no
talking
problem, no
about. I
problem.
ain't coming
Cause
after
baby,
you.
when I tell you I can pray a crooked stick straight, God and I don't speak in turn. I tell you what you do. Get on your
mm,
sick bed. You're gonna remember that I just said these things. Call me 630-935-9093. Okay. Bye.
go?
Black folks is the only people that are black people is the only people that I've known that'll pray that God do something bad to you.
I'm telling
Can
you.
I ask a
Do something bad to nobody. I'm gonna pray the crooked
No, I'm
stick straight.
saying I'm saying black
Okay,
people is
cool.
the only people I've heard that use God to be like God don't like ugly and use that word and turn it on you. Man, all y'all is man, you supposed to take your tithes to the church
That's
house.
spooky.
I mean to the storehouse. Yeah, the church is a blasphemy. It's a mockery. Ain't
Blasphemy.
nobody trying to hear that no more. Your pastor, evangelist, none of that. Y'all can miss me with that. Come out of here in this
First,
block in the
Oh,
street in South Dallas and get out here where we need you. Cause stop hiding behind
okay.
them walls and behind them sheets with your knees showing nowadays, with
So
your lips all
actually, Mr.
glossed
D
up.
Town, I am
first of
out
all,
there.
if a pastor is fat, I'm not
I'm in
even
the
listening to
trenches,
them.
D Town. I'm in the
You mean
trenches with you. So
keep coming out?
uh
You mean keep coming out? Because
I'm
there
in
are actually
trenches
some
with you.
pastors
Great
that do
love,
that.
great works out. But I love it. I really did get ridiculed a little bit in our church because I was one of the ones who believed all your monies, your resources, everything, you should really appropriate the funds and we should be in the midst of our communities. And so, of course, I can agree with you all to some great extent. But then, of course, because I am that leader that gets out in the midst of everything, in the midst of our community, of course, I have to take my stance and my own truth in Him, Jesus, and I will never stand down.
I believe in
God bless you.
Jesus, but that church, y'all can miss me with that church. Y'all done let all them LMNOP brothers in there, tambourine playing and everything, and y'all think
Town,
I'm
I
finna
honor you
believe
for
in you?
that.
No, you don't need you to honor me for that. I need you to respect that y'all laughing in God's face and
Say
and
that I
talking
honor you
down
for
on
that.
him.
That's me. Now this is on my side.
Every
I
time I
honor you.
look
You can't
around, y'all
tell me
got
what to
some
do.
man in the
I
church
honor you
switching
for that.
around. Y'all got some man switching around. Then y'all want to say,
Facts.
thou shalt not cover thy neighbor. Y'all got them all in church, presenting
Hmm.
them.
And a lot of fat people. Well, how pastor gonna be fat preaching to us? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Doesn't make
Pastor,
no sense.
Earth God. Did you just say how the
I
pastor
did.
gonna be big
I
and
said
preach?
that. Why aren't the pastors following the freaking Daniel fast? Why you not
Oh
following Daniel
God.
diet? Come now. How you
Why
gonna be a
you why do you
pastor
become a pastor
and
for somebody to help you pay
come
your
on?
bills at a church that you want? Make
Listen,
it make
listen.
sense.
Don't get me
Hey,
started on
D
this
Town,
topic.
I'm kind of glad you mentioned that because do you know my husband, my ex husband, never got a salary, and we both. He was in logistics, of course. I'm in aviation, so we both. I'm telling y'all, I flipped that money right on back out into the community. So I didn't wear a mink coat on the church, but see, I was raised different too. My mom made sure she raised me. My mom and dad raised me different. They raised me for the church, y'all,
Hello.
to be
Could you
leaders
please
in the
say
church.
to them I say it's time to take it down?
You supposed to be a missionary, not a pastor.
Okay, I don't
Pastor,
care
Yeah,
what you think I should be, D Town.
evangelist. I'm saying that's in the
Hey, D
word.
Town. But D Town, it's all good about what you think. Any
No, it's
issues you
what
have
that
with me and
is.
what
That's
I am.
God's. It's not an
You feel
issue. That's
then
God's
you ain't read
word.
the whole book
You
then.
are
You
not
didn't read
supposed
the
to
whole
be a
book.
pastor.
Hey,
You're
Mr.
supposed to
D
be a
Town, you
missionary
didn't
and
read the whole book?
evangelize.
It don't even matter to me. This is what I'm gonna
I
tell you,
know.
right? Because we got a different kind of panel out here.
I
You're
know.
gonna
I'm
have
gonna
to
hit you with
talk
the
to
word.
God.
No,
No,
I don't have to
you
talk
can't
to
hit me with
God.
no word because you
You
don't
talking
even
to God.
believe.
You
Host,
are
this where
talking to
you
Hey,
need to
God.
step in, host.
Hold
What
on,
happened?
hold on.
Sorry, what
Hold on. You
happened?
talking about
That's
God?
the point where I
see
be
God.
talking about people
Lord have
disrespecting
mercy.
elders on the live.
No, let's leave the Bible.
Not disrespectful,
We
but I'm
can get back to
saying
the
I
But
don't
she
conversation.
like
trying
people
to
steady
tell
throwing
her
that
what she
word and
feel.
Bible in there, bro. Leave that out there and just
Yeah,
be
we
people
ain't
for the
got
day. Just
we
be
ain't got to
people
go
for the day.
into.
You see what I'm saying? Leave religion and pastor and Christian up
We
out
don't
there and
have to
just
have
be
no
people.
anecdote. We can get back to. We can just get back.
I
Matter of
want to
fact,
speak about the topic. Should
yeah, go
couples
ahead,
have
brother.
access to each
Go
other
ahead, kick that back
password?
off. Go ahead, brother. Kick that
I
back
don't
off.
have no code on my phone. I ain't never had no code on my phone, but I don't see why I should have to. Like really, like that's my woman. If you want to do, if you got a woman that's like that, that's you don't need to be with her because she got issues. If you got a
I
man
feel
like
the
that,
same
vice
way.
versa, you shouldn't have to be with him. Like if I lay my phone down right now, it's gonna ring. I say, baby, answer that phone, baby, take them text messages for me because I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, I agree with you, D Town.
See, people that's doing something hiding their phone or they got locks on. If you ain't no millionaire, you shouldn't have no lock on your phone.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
go ahead. Give push. What you guys think? Go ahead.
I actually was listening earlier when people were talking about this when they when they gave the Arabian from where is he from? Arabian country gentleman when they were giving him hell. Um,
I forgot who. I
Ahmed,
mean,
I think was his name.
yeah.
Listen, I do think couples should have not just passwords, but on the phone, but for everything. Okay, for everything, because here's what happened to me. My husband passed, and I didn't have those things, and it was very, very difficult. I couldn't get into his email, I couldn't get into certain accounts. We were not prepared. So I think a part of a proper family planning, even now that I went ahead and did a will and stuff like that, I had to learn from my mistake. There's actually, if you do it correctly, there's a separate sheet that would ask you for all your passwords, phones, emails, utility accounts, bank accounts, all of that. You should really have that accessible for your wife. I don't know how people think that you can share, your DNA very intimately, but you cannot share passwords. That's crazy to
My
me.
phone having the same plan. She tracks me and she can check all my text messages and calls on her phone. It's called technology.
Right, right.
iPhones. Like, come on now. My wife has access to my phone even when she ain't around it.
Right. What I'm saying is, when you become husband and wife, there shouldn't really be no secrets. You are one, right? You are one.
Yeah, gotta be. I watch her sleep at night.
Okay, D, hang on. Let me finish. Just one second. I'm almost there. So what I'm saying is take it as a lesson for me. Please make sure you have your affairs in order. Even now, my oldest son, barely 18, he has access to my phones. He has access to my emails. He knows the passwords. He knows who to call in case of an emergency. You need to have an emergency preparedness plan. You got to be prepared, right? Just take it from me. Now I'm there. It now.
It's quiet because it's nothing to fuss about. You see how
No,
hot stuff is?
I can fuss. I'm just giving other people opportunity to say something. I got all the fuss in the world for that.
Nah, I watch you on Instagram. You be player laid back, dog.
Go ahead, Miss. Go ahead, Miss P trying to speak. I think. They pick me.
Yes, sir.
You wanted to speak?
Oh, to the prompt. Should couples have access to each other's passwords? D-Town, much respect for you. I think when you are married, there's no secrets. Why should there be? You shouldn't be putting your phone face down and all that. There was a video that this lady had pranked her husband. She created a fake page and was talking to him. And he was up there thinking he was like, messing around, chatting with another woman. And it was her. So I think because you have this internet and it is so much on the internet, I think actually the internet really ruins marriages because it's so much on there. It's so much women sliding into DMs, men sliding into women's DMs. It's a recipe for disaster. I think it's actually Satan's spawn, if you ask me. But at the end of the day, you got to be open and you have to make sure that your wife and your husband feel comfortable with you. And when you grab that phone so they can't see something, you created distrust already. So much respect for D-Town and him making sure that his wife has access to whatever she needs to have access to. It's not the fact that I'm sure that it's not the fact that she's probably in there using it, grabbing his phone, going through it. But what men don't understand is the fact that you give it to her makes her feel comfortable, and she's probably not even going through it because you gave it to her. It's when you make women feel that something's going on. As soon as the phone ring, you're grabbing it. You put the phone face down so
They
she
not
doesn't
seeing
see
that,
it.
huh?
Yeah,
See
we
what I'm
see
doing?
it.
Yeah.
We see it, detail. You got it. So I think they should. We see somebody else sleeping too. I think that couples shouldn't have codes that the other doesn't have. But that's my opinion.
When you're a man, you're gonna be a man, and your woman gonna follow your lead, dog. Point blank, period.
Oh,
I
okay.
agree. I agree.
Vitan, I just saw you put a code in that phone.
That's my woman's phone. I put the code in her
Oh, okay. I
phone,
was
but
like, wait,
because she's a
I've been
she's a
paying
no,
attention.
because my wife is a LVN, she has to have a code on her phone.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. My
But you
bad.
see, I can go right in there and open her phone.
And she can do the same.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, my
I
phone ain't
agree.
got no lock code on it.
I love it.
I
I
don't play
love
them
it.
games.
I
I
love it.
love it. I do. I
Now
A
love
you
it.
lot of a lot
do
of
you
people
have a
can't do
second
that.
phone though? Do you have a
No,
second phone?
a lot of people can't. A lot of people can't prove what they talking about. I can
Uh,
prove it. I can walk through my whole house right now, show every kid, every room.
How old are you, brother?
I'm 42, 1982,
How long you been married?
23 years.
ooh,
Mm-hmm.
much respect,
So
D-Town. Much respect.
you a one woman man.
Yeah, I preferred it like that, bro. It's cheaper to keep her $65 and kept her for a lifetime.
Okay.
Funny.
I'm a one guy woman.
You ever think about stepping out on your lady?
No, because I don't like her crying, bro. She's sweet.
I ain't asked you what you gonna do or what I asked you have you ever thought about it,
Yeah,
brother?
I done. Yeah, plenty of
But
time.
you
I'm a
just said
dude.
no.
No, but you said have I like I thought you saying have I stepped out. I'm like, no,
No,
but thought about it.
yeah,
Thought yeah, I'm a dude, bro. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm a man.
My Lord. But you
I'm
know
just
what?
messing
It's
with
the,
you.
if the truth is the
My
truth
hey,
is
my
the
pimp,
truth.
my pimping proper, dog.
No,
I'm from
I'm just messing
Texas.
with you, right?
Like shit.
Oh, so have you thought about stepping out?
I'm messing with you while you're not. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
See, he don't like that. He don't, Pastor. You know when you were talking about him last night, he don't like when the
Don't do
questions come
that.
back to him. He don't like that.
Oh, big old big. What I call him last night? I called him Mr. T with
Yeah,
the
when you said
with the
his,
chain around his neck. Yeah.
you said
Are
his,
you married, big brother? You
you
married?
said his girlfriend works for you, and he was like, "Oh, don't be telling my business."
She work for AA. Let's just say AA. Huh?
Yeah, he ain't like that. He don't want you telling his business.
I just said AA. Y'all. I said AA the other night on the panel, and the guy said, "Boy, what is AA?" I said American. He was like, "Oh my God." I said, "Did you think it was Alcoholic Anonymous?" He said, "Yep." And I was saying, "You one pretty alcoholic." I was like, "Oh my God."
Look, this the first and only woman I know. I was young, but she told me, she said, "I need you. Don't hurt me." And I looked her in the eyes at 19 years old, and I felt that, and I kept it.
Oh my God, I love it.
How many kids, D-Town?
Oh,
How
we
many
got
kids?
8. My oldest 23, my youngest 8.
Y'all got 8
How
kids?
many
Yep,
kids?
8.
8.
I've been knocking her up since I met her.
Y'all got 8. That's cool. Oh my God, that is
Much
cool.
respect, D-Town.
Look,
Much respect.
Totally,
ain't
totally,
nobody else.
man.
If ain't nobody else gonna want you if you got all them kids.
D Town. What did she say again? She looked at them eyes at 19 and said, "What?"
She said, "I need
He
you."
needs you.
Okay, big brother, I'm looking for some folk to come and say I need you, and I'm gonna marry them, I'm gonna lock them down, and give them 8. Look, and give them 8 dogs.
Cause
Cause
like
I don't like.
you can want me all day long. That's you just want my physical. But to need me, that means you need my spirit and my soul.
Mm.
Look, I'm with you when you're right. You talking the right. You doing your good talking tonight.
Yeah, cause I plan on being a reverend later on, but for right now, I'm gonna keep doing my thing because I'm enjoying the company of my life and my wife.
Yeah.
I'm really digging how I can pop my shit to other men because they out here looking goofy as hell, and I got mine solidified.
You telling the
All
whole
right
truth.
now.
Like
You better
how
preach.
Big Brother be on Instagram and on her, and I see him with his pretty wife right there. He popping his shit. You see what I'm talking about? He putting it in men's face, letting it know, like, say, you can be single and play all day, but can you keep you one?
Who is Big Brother?
On the podcast right here, Big
Oh,
Brother.
the host. Oh, see,
Yeah, the
I
host.
call
he
him
don't
Big
like you
Brother
talking
versus the
about him.
bigger
He don't
No,
like you
no,
talking about his personal. He don't
What
like
it
that.
is? No, I'm not married. What it is, when you have certain people next to you with a certain type of energy, everybody think. I got sisters, cousins. They think you married to them because you
Absolutely.
have a certain type of energy. But no,
but you
I'm
give
not.
off the gentleman. You give off gentleman.
That's them. I try to just have a certain level. We're gonna have a good time like we try to have
Yeah,
it. I try, but you gotta let people be them. So I don't have no
you're a
problem.
gentleman, dog. I
Host, you
appreciate
need to
that.
go on and get married.
No, he don't. No, he don't. Don't. Hey, if you ain't done
Look
it
at
by
that
now, don't
face.
do
Look
it.
at that face.
Look,
You need
look.
to go on and get
And
married,
no,
host.
in today's time, it's
Stop
too
making him
risky.
blush. He's blushing.
Come
Nah,
on,
no,
host.
I'm gonna be
And
honest with you. Some of us, I don't know what you guys believe in, but some of us, at one point, God wasn't separated from the universe. The universe wasn't separated from science. Science wasn't separated from the church. Things was in unison. Now things are separated. I'm
for
from
real.
something different. So
Y'all trying to take my money nowadays.
So
That's why I
what you
married
saying?
mine.
What you
well,
saying?
For the European construct or a construct, it's just a little deeper for me. You would have to talk. It ain't nothing we need to get into right now. But I'm good.
Just be calm and loud. Just stay down with me. Why you want to get the paperwork on me? Then soon you get mad, you
You
want to
got to
take
be
half.
careful. You just have to be careful. I don't know how y'all live. I've seen with my content I post, like that's why I was asking this situation with the couple and the access, right? I know people without saying names. He's not. This is even not the podcast. This is real life. I know people that I felt looking at them, they did it right. I wasn't excited. I don't know what type of discernment God gave me, but I wasn't excited. I was happy for them, but I wasn't excited to follow their leadership. I see so many people with so many different aspects to certain things relinquishing a certain level of power to the other person without having a certain level of balance within themselves, and it goes places that it shouldn't go. And we all know what that is.
Amen.
So I know somebody that all that access was used against them, and they going through it now. Not just one person, just in general. If you be with a certain person, then if you guys go your separate ways, you may be able to find a common ground and not have a level of disrespect. I always ask this question in my podcast: why do divorces be so nasty? Because this is a reality of what's happening. You get the anomalies where people can be together forever and it's kumbaya. But in reality, some of us have access to different things than the next person may have access to.
Amen.
Can I ask you a really quick question though?
Go ahead, man.
And I agree with everything you just said. Do you share before you leave off of before you leave off of your live every time you're on? Do you share with the listeners how they can tune into your podcast?
No, I don't know how to do that. So what I've been trying to do, I've been getting a lot of stuff of people trying to help me out.
Well,
So
no,
I
sir.
try to,
Listen to me. Pay attention for a minute. I'm one sister to another podcast, iHeartRadio, right? All you need to do is do just what you just did. Before you leave every single live, tell us to meet me on my Instagram podcast or meet me on my podcast every day or every other day or whenever you are on there. Tell us when to meet you.
yeah,
Put
I'm
it
trying
down
to,
in.
I'm trying to figure that out because I'm all over the place. But I'm trying to get a schedule and a structure and a little
Oh,
more
okay, I got you.
consistency
So
going.
right now you're a pop up. You're a pop up podcast.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, I
fine.
just
Okay.
I'm everywhere at all
Okay.
times, but it's just different. So
Okay,
it's
no
hard.
problem.
Like I've been trying to get on here from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock every night. I'm always winding up after 10. Like it's just be so much going on. So I don't
Absolutely.
want to have you come at 9 and I'm not here. So I'm
Okay.
trying to get
Cause that Instagram hitting. That Instagram
Yeah,
hitting.
yeah.
yeah, I be working. I'm on Facebook. I was going live over there. Then I go to YouTube, and then I go to Instagram, and then TikTok and Snapchat. I just started working in Snapchat, and it's doing good over there. So I'm all over the place, just trying to put different content out. And this my probably 9 days in. I appreciate y'all being over here. We've been in here getting it in, up, down, just all over the place. And I'm gonna try to come every day and just try to see if we can grow and just put certain conversations out there. I don't. We don't. I like to bring topics that's really real. I don't want to sit over here and talk about things that just. It's this not that. It's enough of different things out there. So I just want to talk about different things so we can just jolt each other's mind and ability to have pushback and critical thinking skills. We can just learn. I learned a lot in here just sitting back listening.
Can I ask everybody a question? And this a 1980 question till now. Y'all remember when our hustlers and our D-boys was flipping that pack and taking their money and giving it to the church? Then the women would come together with their stamps or the money they had and feed the kids in the neighborhood.
Yes, I do.
When we gonna bring that back, sister?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Because when the church gonna stop taking funds from the government and take it from us so we can
That again, D.
This the new pack, D-Town. This the new pack.
This the new fact. Come on here.
That's what
TikTok
I'm
is the
saying.
new fact.
That's what I'm. Hey, I wanted you to say that. I didn't want to say it, but I wanted you to say
This
it.
the new pack. We're gonna get it off here.
This the new Maury Povich. This the new Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
This is the new coaches with no certifications. It's all of it. Thank you
But
so
how
much.
can we use this to start funding our churches so the government won't fund them?
It's just something we had to talk about in the back. It's not difficult.
Lives were turned upside down, and it was turned upside down just because I know all the people that follow us, which is I was told today that season 7 has been viewed 221 million times. So thank you for everything that you do for us. But I wanted to do this video for you because in 2017, our lives were turned upside down. And it was turned upside down by this rogue investigator in the state of Georgia, Joshua Carl Waits, who has now been fired from the Georgia Department of Revenue. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution and WSB-TV, who ran all of these reports for Josh Waits, for years, I believe that Mr. Belcher said that they've done over 200 stories with Josh Waits, where Josh Waits was. I wanted to say this to you,
Wait,
Big.
what was that?
Talking about you over there. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Who said something?
I was scared.
I wanted to say this to you in regard to the marriage thing. If it's not something that you want to do right now and you're not ready, I totally understand that because I feel like everybody should wait until they're ready.
But no, it's different for men and women. See, that's why I don't like to.
But see, that's the thing, and I hate that because you as a man, you can say that you don't want to get married and you just don't do that.
I
But
never said that. I just don't.
no, but I'm saying that you can. I'm saying that you can say that and it's okay for you. But when a woman says something like that, all hell breaks loose and she's ridiculed.
No, she's not ridiculed. It's just so. What people don't want to accept is the fact that we're different for a reason.
Yeah.
Women were made. Women.
We're
I don't
different.
want to. I don't want to project, but women weren't made to be 304s. They weren't made for that purpose. Naturally, we have things to reflect on with our innate abilities. You know what innate mean, young lady?
But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm speaking on don't have nothing to do with
Well,
three or
I
four.
was trying to. I was trying to go into that, but I hear you. I was just trying to give you a little insight on what you were speaking on. So I know I'll be talking a little fast, but if you listen a little faster, I ain't got to slow down for you to catch up. You know what I'm saying?
I can help her. I can help her, big dog, Lady London.
I get where you
No, I
coming from,
get
Lady
no,
London. I was just trying to give you
I get what
perspective.
he's saying because we are different, but it's like
It's
it's
for a reason.
it's put
No,
on women like we
no,
should
no, no.
want that.
You're just wording it wrong, Miss London. Like I know you want to be married, but you're not in a position to where you feel you're ready yet, and I
No, it's not
understand that.
that. I don't want it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so you don't
Right?
have to say
See,
you don't have to speak on it then since you say you don't
No,
want it. Cause
no, I was
that's
just
like saying
telling
you
you.
want it subliminally. Anything
No,
you say you
sir.
don't want,
you
you
She was
want it
see,
just
Miss London,
subliminally.
state.
we move.
She
You
was
move.
stating
Miss
that it
London, let me
wasn't
ask you.
fair. She
Go ahead.
stating
Go
that
ahead.
it. She's
That is
stating that it's not fair that the fact that he can say it and she can't say it. She get
Right,
ridiculed
right.
and
And
get
that's what
talked
she
down
confused
upon.
that. That's like me
That's
saying
all
it's
I
not fair.
said.
She can get pregnant and I can't. You have a role to play. You are who you
yeah,
are. I'm
yeah,
not jealous
exactly.
of you
Different
having a baby
things.
in your
No,
belly.
not the same.
They're not.
No,
They're two different
no,
things.
I'm telling you that we can. Your role is God made you a way for a reason. So if He gave you the ability to reproduce and you're not, that's your call. But do you think that's a problem? You may not because we live in a world where we deem what we think to be the correct thing to do. But He gave you something very powerful, and you would say, I don't want that." He gave that to you.
But what about the eunuchs in the Bible? We don't know what he did for her, through her,
I,
to her,
what
none of
I'm,
that.
what I'm
Because,
Wait a minute.
right.
I'm speaking on your people abilities, right? I'm not speaking on the eunuchs because they are anomalies and they are a very small percentage. We're talking in general terms. I'm never anecdotally trying to talk about you or nobody. It's just in general. So when
Yeah,
we had a conversation, we can speak to those that's generally. Go ahead. Somebody was trying to chime in.
yeah. I think to London's question, I think the society puts pressure on women to get married early because of the reproduction reasons.
Yes.
The older we get, the harder it is for us to be pregnant. And at
I
some
don't
point,
think society do it. They superimpose it. Nature does that.
mhm.
You
And
supposed to
even
get
our
married. You supposed to
body,
have kids young.
and
You
even
I'm
our
not gonna
body.
tell a woman what to do with her body.
You get old and have them weird
Even though
babies.
they ask me to, I don't do that.
Get old and have them weird babies, and you can't even run with them because you 50 and your kids 10. Like,
But
why you
here's
gonna
the
wait to have babies when you old and you can't even enjoy your kids' youth? That's
I
crazy.
wouldn't.
let me say this. Let me
I
say
wouldn't.
this, right?
I don't. I won't tell women what to do with their body.
Let me just say
You
this,
can
and
have
it's
a
not.
baby at 69. I encourage you to
What you
have it
don't do
at
with your
85.
body. I ain't gonna tell you what you should do, but I'm gonna tell you what not to do.
So you don't think a woman should have a baby at 70, bro?
Man, if she can, that's cool. But I'm
I'm
saying,
messing with
bro,
you.
she she ain't raising that baby.
I'm trying to get you to hit another song, but no, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Thrive. I'm trolling. Go ahead, Thrive.
No, it's all right. I was just saying that, and I'm not saying that this is London's polite or plate, however you say it. It comes to a place where, when for a woman, if it hasn't happened, or for anything, if we want to do something and it hasn't happened, there's that level of self-preservation or self-defense to say, "Oh, now I don't want it," because we haven't yet gotten it, right? But London, let me ask you this. If tomorrow you was chilling in your house, you got your silk robe, your hair is on point, you're feeling yourself,
G back.
there's a knock on your door, right? And it's this man who matches everything you want. I mean, he checks all your boxes, everything. Would you say no to that man?
Sister, I gotta tell you honest truth. At the point that I am right now, I would really want to because right now I'm comfortable in my singleness.
I'm gonna help you fix that, London. You stay in here, you're gonna change. You're gonna have a ring on your finger. We're
Uh-oh.
gonna help you fix that. That's what I do.
Now, if you would have met me a few years ago, sister, and you asked me that question, I would have said yeah. Because a few years ago, I had that marriage mindset. I had that.
It's still there. It's still there.
Let me speak as someone who was married, right? I was married, and unfortunately, my husband was taken from me early. Coming from that place, I tell you, London, and you might not believe me, and you don't have to. Two are way better than one. Two people with the same vision, working together. You come home, you talk
can't
about
see
your
that. It's
day.
blurry.
They talk about their day. You can troubleshoot issues together, make decisions. You can share a meal. They can hug you, kiss you, a physical touch, whatever your love language is. That right there is beautiful. We're not meant, to do life alone. And so that's really not fully appreciated until, I became with you. Really. Um, so I'm telling you right now, maybe you may think, and it's okay. I'm not condemning your promises. That you're okay, you're happy, and you are. I'm sure you are. But once you meet that person who's a perfect match for you,
Come on.
oh my goodness, it's beautiful.
Preach.
Tell
It's
her.
so
Preach.
Yeah. But we shouldn't be, at the end of, now the way you just explained it, thriving, is the way it should always be explained. There's no pressure. Now y'all watch. We're gonna hear about it through Big Brother. Lady London is getting married. I don't know what y'all think, but she's going to be married one day. But I promise you, her and God will decide who that man's gonna be, and he's gonna sweep her off her feet. Now, Lady London, since you don't want to do it right now, could you pray for your big sister Angela? Because I want to do it again before I get too old.
I truly will pray for you. I would definitely go to God
Because
about you.
everything is working over here in Chicago. You understand me?
And
Everything's
Pastor,
working.
we gonna get your husband back to you, Queen.
Wait.
You know what? You need to stop.
Wait, Big brother, well, I tell you what, since you're gonna get me one.
No, we gonna get your husband
No.
back.
Since
Do your part.
you wanna speak out of order, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get you one. How about that? Starting tonight. Hold your fingers out. Come on here, let's speak to him, y'all. Everybody point
Take
towards the
my
big brother.
money, my
Everybody
house
look.
and my
I'm in love with the
home,
new
whatever
man.
it is, you can have it all, baby.
Sing, D.
Cause making love is what I do. And
Hey,
I'ma have it of
big
you.
brother. See,
You
he's
gotta
singing one number.
let him finish.
Big brother, because you know that
And
ain't
you
the song. The song
know
is I'm in
that
love under new management.
Nah,
Hey, come on. Come
I used
on
to
with
get
the
whoopings to
Mickey
that
House.
song.
Oh my God.
Come on
I
with
used to
that
get beat
Mickey
to that
House.
song.
Since he want to give me back something that don't
No,
belong
you
to
was
me.
telling us about you was just telling us, and I just felt like maybe you wanted to go that route. Well, I'm not. I'm just messing with you.
You talking about me?
Yeah, you was telling us yesterday
No, but I
about.
just told you what I believe God is saying, and I need you to pray that prayer. Let us all become one. The Bible talks about if we're all on one accord, then there's nothing we can't do. So I do
Amen.
want to marry again. I think I'm young enough. I think I'm pretty enough. I believe I got the right MO. So y'all pray for me, okay?
I'm okay.
Detail, you don't have to pray
I'm
for
gonna
me
tell
because
you
you don't
this,
pray
and
for me.
then
But he will. Big brother will.
I
And London.
believe in you. I don't have to pray for you when I
Okay, well that's
believe in
good.
you.
Then. Keep believing in me, Detail. I want him to look in my eyes and say,
I
"What you
believe in
say?"
you.
She said to you when you was 19. I need that joker to look me in my eyes.
that Joker. She said that Joker.
No. Look. No, it ain't him because look, God prepares you to be a wife. God don't send you a husband. God prepares the woman to be a wife. So
Okay,
until
I'm a
you,
wife already, baby. I was born this way.
no, you're not born that way. You have
I
to get.
was.
Look,
I was.
just hear my sister. I know you're a little older, you got more wisdom, but you have to re-prepare for another husband because every husband is the same.
Not detail. Well, you preaching to the choir, my friend. I
No,
know
I'm not
that.
trying to preach. I'm just saying
No,
you have to
I'm
be
just letting you
you have
know
to be
that that's.
remade.
Hey, D-Town, we say that when you're preaching the right sermon. That's
See,
all.
that my
It's
mama
just
even told me you can't never tell a woman about a woman, and my mama still married to my father.
says you can't never tell a woman.
I'm excited though. I'm so excited about this season of my life, and I'm excited that I'm confident enough, secure enough, and I am preparing, y'all. I am. I done bought my little. Look, you got to go get that hope chest and start putting your little magazines in it. What color? Because I really do want a destination wedding, and I feel like it's going to be soon. Not that I'm getting married this year,
Where you want to
but
do it at?
it's going to be soon. Huh?
Barbados.
Do it at?
Barbados.
You
Beautiful.
want to
Where
do
would I do it at?
destination? I would probably say the West Side of Chicago. Amazing.
What did you say? Why you be picking on me, big brother? No, Cabo St. Lucas. I love Cabo.
Cabo over Chicago West Side.
I love Chicago. I don't even live on the west side of Chicago. I live in South Elgin on the lake, but I love
On the lake.
yeah, but I love me some west side. I grew up on the west side.
The telescope. Have everybody with their own personal telescope looking downtown, see Sears Tower.
Oh my God!
They gonna be married real soon. Lady London and Pastor gonna be married real soon. I
I believe it's D-Town. 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 Do you promise you and your wife will come? You, your wife, and big brother, all y'all will come when we get married?
Oh yeah, I'll pull up.
I'm gonna be honest. My
Pastor
wife
gonna
ain't
be
friendly with
married
other ladies.
soon.
She's not. My
That's
wife.
all right. Bring her with you. Just
She
bring her
not.
with you.
Baby not
She'll come
friendly.
with you. She'll come. She'll
Baby
come
not
with
friendly.
you.
If she don't go, I don't. Cause we won.
If you tell her you
We
going,
won.
she'll come.
No, we won. If baby don't fool with it, I don't fool with it. If I don't fool with it,
I
she don't
love
fool
him
with
It's
for
a
it.
all
new
of this.
brother in the room. Kareem Ali, you want to speak, brother?
Hey, Kareem.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Come on in, man. Talk to us.
Come on in. We just messing around.
Yes, sir. I'm hearing a lot of talk about marriage, and sound like some people want to get married. Some people sound like some people don't have no faith in it. Only thing that I can say is you are what you attract, and you gonna get what you put in it.
Come
Whatever
on.
you put in is what you gonna get out.
Ooh,
Just understand.
shoot.
You have to ask yourself this, and I'm gonna say this on both sides. I'll start with the man first, since women always think we picking on them. So to the gentleman, and this is not to nobody on the panel, this is just in general speaking, like the brother Bigger Player podcast said. The woman that you want, what does she want?
Ooh.
Say that
And
one more
then I'm gonna
time.
say
Say that
it.
one more time.
You don't know what she want. No,
The
go ahead.
woman the men that want. Now this is going out to the men that say they want the woman to be fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, or all that else. Whatever your custom-made design of the woman that you vision in your mind before I got on this platform, what does she want? And vice versa to the ladies. The man that you want to get married on an island and this and this and that, or you want to get married, whatever you want to get married and how you vision your marriage to be. What does that man want? Because finding your person is we have a lot of people been through a lot. And if you can't pair bond and Bluetooth yourself to the person, my last question is, and I landed with this. Are you marrying for happiness or are you marrying for duty?
Yeah, say that.
Because if you marrying for happiness, you ain't got no marriage.
Go ahead, brother.
Because see, happiness is like a faucet. It comes on and off. It can go hot or cold, either way.
Shimona Naya, Shimona Shonda.
But if you're marrying for duty, if you're marrying for duty,
come on.
He wrong.
Wifey and husband can get in an argument and it can be still respectful with dignity, but they'll go in another room and give each other that space, and he go still pay those bills and she go still bring his plate.
That's
duty.
4 and 14 through 20. When I was a child, I thought as such. When I became a man, I put my childish ways aside. Preach.
But that's the only thing I want to bring to the table. I don't really want to kind of like rain on nobody parade, because at the end of the day, I think I did hear somebody say it's not even natural for you to be alone. So, most people most people move with scarcity, fear, and lack, and that's because you had a bad experience. So you kind of like judging that experience, that anecdotal experience, for everybody that you go meet in the future. But everybody got to take a chance. When you wake up, you got chances and choices. Life is about choices and trade off. You give me this, I give you that. You can't have it all. You can't want to be happy and be alone. It's not even in a human's nature to be by itself. Now, I understand people. I've heard a lot of people say, well, I don't want to date down. Okay, well, what if that was your person? You still don't want to date down? Because if you coveting materialistic things, you not really got nothing. You got to get into the spirit of the person, because at the end of the day, that money, that car, or whatever that materialistic thing that you covet, when you on that sick bed, like when I caught COVID, when I broke my toe, I fell out the bed. I had a bad dream and I fell out the bed and I screamed like a crying baby got hit on the booty that just came out the woman's womb. And I'm holding my leg. I'm butt booty naked on the ground with my toe broke. You can't make this up, big bro. And when I woke up, my wife, she jumped up. I'm talking about within a blink in the eye. She didn't even hesitate. And she said, what's wrong? I said, babe, I broke my toe.
Open that door.
This woman, now you got to understand, she wasn't working.
Huh?
I'm taking care of everything. But this woman knew I was at a pause moment in my life. I couldn't do nothing. So she patched me up, went and did what she did, and made sure I got strong again. And here I am. So all I'm saying is if you're trying to get married because you want to be happy and you want to be the power couple and all this mess, people, you're getting married for the wrong reason. Get married because you want someone to be unalive with when you go. You be buried next to them. I'm gonna land with that.
What God had for me,
Lord.
it is for
me. We done gone off. Okay, y'all. We did good tonight. I've been on probably about 4 hours.
Is that what you trying to do? You leaving?
I'm gonna bring it back. Well, you know what? If y'all got y'all with it, y'all gonna stay?
No, let's go, man. Go home.
Okay. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow.
A break. He be putting in that work.
Yes, he does.
I said, get a brother break. He be putting in that work.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. And I appreciate everybody coming to the panel.
We love you, man. Love y'all.
Say bye to everybody.
Thank you, big bro. Thanks for having me on. Keep doing your thing, big bro. Salute to everybody. Have a blessed night.
Good night.
Driving, Christina. Amazing. I love it. Very powerful, as usual. Different walks of life, different perspectives, different experiences. Great conversation. You see how you can give different pushback from different people, and then you guys could get to a point where, although there may not be any resolve, you can still have a certain level of respect for the other person's position. And eventually, you do have resolve. And you get pushed back, and you get energies that's just coming to a point where I think I'm right, you think you right, you think you right, they think they right. But at the end of the day, to each his own. And your results is going to garner how effective you are in communicating your standpoint. Period. Pay attention.
She was usually like dating masculine guys.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Terrible. Being with Tiante, I've learned that it's best to be with a feminine man because they understand you more. It's hard trying to teach a masculine man.
Yeah. No words. This is what's going on in today's society, and I would like for you to pay attention. Okay? Last but not least, facts or fiction.
So I have a yoga membership, so that's $150 a month. I get my hair colored at least once a month.
Okay.
That's about $180. Hair products, $150. Makeup, $300. I do go to saunas, $55 a day. And then I'll get a massage like once a month, and that's like $120.
Okay, wow. That's a lot of money on upkeep.
Okay, so what's your grand total?
We're at 12:05.
Okay, so what do you think? You tell me. No, you tell me.
Alicia, I know that's who you like.
She's more my type. Yeah, but she ain't really your type. We're gonna see. Alicia to me is too superficial. Well, how do you know that? You don't even know them yet. I'm looking at the conversations. I'm looking at when they came in. Okay, yeah. I guess you know something. She's still in the streets. It's crazy. No, she.
Is mom hating or is mom protecting? Is she still in the street? Should she have access to your passcode when you the one providing that level of maintenance for her? Or should you have access to her passcode and then some? Facts or fiction? I appreciate you being here. This show's so powerful, we got straight to it. Where the rubber meets the road and we get straight to it. I see you tomorrow, chump.
Pastors lying to the public, they ain't got the truth in them. Lights out, gas off, boot listed city pimping. Blocks on fire cause the homeowners broke as fuck. Taxes up, water bill higher than a semi truck. It's a bigger play, a bigger play. Death before dishonor is the only way. Yeah, I tried to follow but they led astray. Sorry but not